Ralph Pincus. Mr. Kelly, are we good?
Yes, Mr. Pincus. I will go turn my video on in 1 second.
Yes, I'll wait.
Ken just got
Oh,
you. I'm ready, sir.
where am I? Where am I? Here. There you go. Once again, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ralph Pincus, and I have to. It's off. Again, good afternoon. My name is Ralph Pincus. I'm acting chair today for the moment of the Board of License and Inspection Review on Thursday, May the 7th. What we have and what we will be hearing for the first part of this session are what are considered nunc pro tunc, which is a Latin for now, for then, which simply means an appeal was filed, and according to the information when it was received at the Department of Licenses and Inspections, that appeal was filed after the deadline, which is 30 days, to file an appeal. And we are here to consider whether or not to accept that, what we consider or what the administrative staff has determined is a late appeal. Procedurally, this is a formal hearing. There is a court reporter taking down and recording every word that's spoken, which means only one person can speak at a time. It's very hard for a recorder or reporter to write down what two people are saying at the same time. So one person speaks at a time. It is a formal hearing because there's a transcript that's made. The parties have the right to appeal the decision to the Court of Common Pleas. So we expect everyone to conduct themselves as if they're in a court of law. That means sitting up, being dressed appropriately for a courtroom, not wearing hats. And if you're in a vehicle, that vehicle needs to be stationary and not moving. If you're somewhere, you need to be in a place that you are comfortable and that affords you some privacy. And that's the beginning messages. I don't think I missed anything. So at this point, what we'll do is hear from the representative for the city with regard to matters that have been administratively resolved. Do we have a city representative? Ms. Stiles.
Good morning, or good afternoon. Amy Skiles on behalf of the city. There are three of us who will handle the nunc pro tunc matters, so I'll start with matters 1 through 5. Number 1, HA 2025-003780, 146 Snyder Avenue, Joseph and Maria Heisler. That matter is moot complied.
So noted. Attorney Gold. Yes. Are they here? Is someone here?
Yes. Hello, Commissioner. I'm Natalie Clistorni. I
Thank
represent
you.
the appellant.
I'm
And
flattered, but I'm not a commissioner. I'm a board member, but thank you.
board member, I apologize. So Ms. Skiles and I did discuss this previously. I'm aware that it's marked moot complied.
Very good. We noted in our list and our records for today. If you
Thank you.
have a good afternoon, unless you have something else.
I do have one additional matter, which is a continuance, so I'm going to stick around for a bit.
Okay, very good.
Thank
Ms.
you.
Stiles.
Yes, number 2 on the list, HA 2025-004862, 122 West Girard Avenue. The appellant is Abulkir Kalsar. That matter is moot.
So noted. Moot.
Moving on to number 3, HA 2025-004916 at 2707 Sears Street. The appellant is Francine Martin. I received a continuance request on this matter yesterday. The city has no objection.
Well, Ms. Stiles, as we considered and looked at the dates on this matter, it appears that the violation notice was issued on the 13th of November, and the date that the appeal was filed was the 15th of December, which is a Monday, so that technically it would be considered, or should be, or could be considered as a timely appeal.
And we wouldn't object if the board were to grant non-protunct relief.
All right, so the only thing is the appellant here?
She going?
Is Ms. Martin present? Or someone here from, I see a shadow. Ms. Martin? 2707 Sears Street. I believe I see you, but you're muted, or I see someone. We just want to make sure. There you go. Who are you? We can't hear you. Doesn't show that you're muted. Can you hear me? Would you raise your hand if you hear me? Good. So we need to have someone present, Ms. Martin present at the next hearing as we move forward. And your computer system has to be operational so we can communicate or dialogue or discuss the matter. Do you understand that? All right, can you raise your hand and confirm you understood? Ms. Martin will need to be present, and we need to have some sort of a computer connection that is operational. We're marking it as must be heard, and we hope that between now and whenever it's listed next, you'll find a way, and you could call our administrative office, and they may be able to help you figure out how to make it operational. Okay? Agreed? I assume you've agreed. Thank you. Did you hear everything and you agree? Could you raise your hand? Well, yes, very good. Thank you. Thank you. This matter will be marked continued and must be heard.
Okay.
Is this? Just a moment. Oh, well, it is granted. The appeal is granted. So whether we start all over again for number one. We're granting the non-proton.
Yes, no objection.
All right.
I'm going to read in case number 3 on the list, appeal ending 4916 for 2707 Sears Street, appellant Francine Martin.
And we need to vote probably.
Yes, the board is just going to vote on this non-protunct matter.
Appeal granted.
Appeal granted.
Appeal granted.
Appeal granted.
Belief granted.
All right.
You will get a new notice from the office when your appeal is rescheduled to be
Very
heard on the merits.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Oh, moving on to number 4, HA 2025-004982 at 1341 South Christopher Columbus Boulevard, Wharton Piers, JCE LLC. That appeal was withdrawn by the appellant.
So noted as withdrawn.
Number 5, HA 2025-005010 at 1727 North Krosky Street. It's Uncle BF and the appellant was Stephen Isdale. They requested a continuance. The city has no objection. Their attorney was unavailable today.
Do they know it's been continued twice and that unless there's some reason, we would mark it as must be heard on the next listing?
I'm not sure if they're present on the call. I'm not sure if they're aware of that.
Well, we can send that in the notice that it would be marked as must be heard.
All right. That concludes my preliminary matters.
Very good.
Good afternoon, Board. Lydia Anderson on behalf of the city.
Good afternoon, Ms. Anderson.
I would first like to direct the board's attention to number 6 on today's list, appeal ending in 005038 regarding 2726 South Front Street. Appellant is Madhu Awashi. I believe this appeal needs an attorney, and I don't believe an appearance was entered on this matter, so I wanted to flag that issue for the board.
Well, this is the second listing, so do we know that it was mentioned at the first hearing that an attorney was required?
I am unaware of whether
Well,
that was
Our counsel may have some record.
Matthew Webster, Board Counsel. We do have record that it was continued for the appellant to obtain counsel.
Ralph, third one.
All right.
Third one.
So is Madhu Awashi regarding the property at 2726 South Front Street present?
Yes,
I'm looking on my screen. I see. Are you aware that at the last hearing, you were informed that because the property or the violation was issued to a limited liability company, that you were required to engage the services of an attorney? Do you recall that?
yes.
And do you have an attorney present today?
Well, I have Robert Luca, who's representing the tenant, AutoZone.
I
Does
see the
that-
name Robert Luca. Is Mr. Luca an attorney?
Yes.
Well, Mr. Luca, would you please enter your appearance? You're muted.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm not the attorney for the landlord, but just represent AutoZone's interests in the property.
Well, are you representing the appellant?
No,
All right, and the appellant on this matter is Madhu Awashi, or what we believe is an LLC. Is that your client?
no.
All right, so when we go through the list, we'll come back and hear the matter. All right? Thank you. Let's go to the next matter.
Turning to number,
Ms. Anderson, have you had any communications with Mr. Luca regarding this matter?
I have not.
Maybe it's appropriate that after we go through the cases you have, that you and he try to get in touch. I'm sorry? Oh, he represents the tenant. Okay, all right. Well, we'll hold this and come back to it, all
Okay.
right?
Turning the board's attention to number 7, appeal ending in 000596 concerning 546 South 45th Street. Appellant Theodore Topolidis. I believe that matter was withdrawn by the appellant.
This is number 7, correct?
Number 7, correct.
So noted. Is anyone here for Mr. Topolidis? Okay,
Turning to appeal number 8, ending in 000598, the same address, 546 South 45th Street, and same appellant that was also withdrawn by the appellant.
Okay.
Our chairman has arrived, and as a consequence, I will defer to his authority and he'll continue hearing the case.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's continue as noted.
I will turn it over to my colleague, Mr. Rulo, for the rest of the unopposed matters.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, board members. Michael Rulo on behalf of the city. I'm turning your attention to number 11, ending in 0717, 2239 Fitzwater Street. And I'm also going to address number 12 at the same time, which that one ends 0718, also concerning 2239 Fitzwater Street. And both matters concern the same listed appellant as Marcia Campbell. Both of those underlying notices are being withdrawn, so these can be marked moot.
Marcia's in the room. I set her up at the table right here.
Oh, okay, ma'am, your name?
Marcia Campbell.
Just hit that button so that light comes on.
Green light?
Yes.
It's on.
Okay, pull it up to you then.
Okay.
And your name again, please?
Marcia Campbell.
Okay, now you understand that this matter is withdrawn. Is that your desire to withdraw this request?
What is withdrawing? What do you mean?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
the city is marking these moot because it is not proceeding on the underlying violation notices. So those violation notices, which are being marked moot. The city's not proceeding on those. And
So this request for non-pro-tunc hearing becomes moot.
correct. And just so we're clear, there is an attorney listed for the appellant. I believe there was a miscommunication about his representation about the appellant. And I just wanted to be clear that I have spoken with Mr. Froelich, so he is aware that both of these matters are being marked moot.
Okay, is he here today?
He is
Mr.
not.
Froelich present? Okay. All right, ma'am, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, to make all of this make sense,
I understand.
the underlying violation has been withdrawn by the city,
Right.
which means your appeal, your appeal becomes moot or unnecessary, and your request to file an untimely appeal becomes unnecessary and moot.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And so this matter is resolved.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great day.
Too.
And then turning to number 14 on the list, appeal ending 0744, 1425 Locust Street, Unit 30A, appellant HKG Area LLC. That matter was withdrawn by the appellant earlier today.
Thank you.
And then to the extent that the board wants to address it, on number 13, the city is not going to oppose nunc-pro-tunc relief on that matter.
Okay, we'll come back to that one then.
Understood.
And what about the remaining matters? 15, 16, 17? Anything on those three? Mr. Rulo?
I don't believe that those are mine. If you could just give me 1 second. But a colleague is handling 15, Mari Kino. I believe she's present, but I believe that is a ready matter.
Okay, all right. Let me ask it this way. The remaining three listed, 15, 16, and 17, are they ready to go today? If not, if someone would come forward, if they aren't. If they are, we'll assume that if no one comes forward, I will assume they're ready to go. Okay, no one has raised their hand or step forward. They will be listed as ready to go today. Okay, thank you. Just give us a moment. Okay, let's proceed. Let's call the open remaining matters.
Moving back to number 6 on the list, appeal ending 5038 for 2726 South Front Street, appellant Madhu Awasti.
Okay, who's representing the city?
Good afternoon, Board. Lydia Anderson on behalf of the city.
Okay, afternoon, Ms. Anderson. Okay, who's representing the appellant? Was the appellant himself present?
I'm present.
Would you turn on your video, please? Okay, ma'am, give us your name.
Madhu Awasti.
Okay, would you raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, who is your legal counsel?
Well, I personally don't have a legal counsel, but we have a tenant there, AutoZone, and AutoZone's attorney is here.
All right, the violation was written to you, correct? Is that
Yes,
correct?
to the company,
Oh.
yes.
Okay, why do you not have a legal counsel?
Because I don't know anybody in,
You advised at the last hearing that you needed to have legal counsel to proceed in this case.
yes, but as per my lease, everything is responsible. The tenant, AutoZone, is responsible for that.
Okay, and is AutoZone named in the violation?
No.
Okay, all right. Before we proceed, I just want to quickly check with my counsel. So if we could just go off the record for 2 minutes, and we'll check with
Okay.
counsel. Here, please. Regarding HA 2025-005038, 2726 South Front Street, Madhu Awasti. Ma'am, this is the second hearing that you have participated in which you do not have counsel. You were advised the last hearing that you needed to hire an attorney. So based on that, we will call this for a vote to determine whether or not we should proceed. And it is the opinion of this board that this matter must be dismissed because you are not formally prosecuting the matter. And so we will call the vote. Any response before we vote from the city?
The city would just ask that this be dismissed for failure to prosecute.
Okay. Ready? Regarding, I will begin the vote. This matter is dismissed for failure to prosecute.
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 Okay, ma'am, that means that this matter is dismissed. Your underlying appeal will be dismissed as well. You, of course, can appeal a decision of this board. If you need information as to how to do that, please check with the office. Someone there will advise you what you need to do to appeal our decisions. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to our next matter.
Moving to number 9 on the list, appeal ending 0634 for 226 through 30 North 2nd Street, appellant James Graham.
Okay, who's representing the city?
Lydia Anderson on behalf of the city.
Mr. Graham, are you present? James Graham. Anyone else present representing the interests of James Graham or 226-30 North 2nd Street? Anyone present? No one is responding. Let's confirm service.
Appellants in this matter listed 230 North 2nd Street, Philadelphia, PA on both the nunc-pro-tunc and standard appeal applications. Notice of today's hearing was sent to the same mailing, to that same mailing address on March 30th, 2026 with a 12 p.m. start time.
Okay, thank you very much. What's your pleasure?
The city would ask that this matter be dismissed for failure to appear.
I would note for the record that we believe the LLC involved in this PowerPoint Productions LLC for the record.
So noted.
Okay.
The next one is the same. No.
We will now, what time do we have?
12:34 p.m.
12:34 p.m. We will poll the board on regarding HA 2026-000634, 226-30 North 2nd Street. James Graham or PowerPoint Productions LLC. This matter is dismissed for failure to appear.
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 Dismissed, failure to appear.
Next one requires counsel.
Okay, what's that next matter?
Moving to number 10 on the list, appeal ending 0674 for 2344 West Montgomery Avenue, appellant A and J Investments.
Good afternoon, Board. Lydia Anderson on behalf of the city.
Okay, again, we believe this A&J Investments, is anyone present representing the interests of A&J Investments?
Yes, right here.
And your name, sir?
Angelo Rodriguez.
Angelo, would you spell your last name, sir? Because I didn't quite understand you.
Rodriguez.
Okay, and according to our records, this violation was issued to A&J Investments. What is your relationship to A&J Investments?
I am the owner.
Okay, did you receive the violation notice?
I did, yes.
Violation notice clearly states that if you're corporate owned, you must be represented by legal counsel. Do you have a lawyer with you today?
I was not aware of that, and I do not.
Okay, that's in the violation notice. We cannot hear this matter without an attorney. So I guess I'll ask for the position that the city would have.
The city does not oppose this request for relief. The appeal is only 9 days late. So if the board would like to continue the matter to allow the appellant to obtain legal counsel, the city would not object.
Okay, sir, we're going to need to continue this matter to allow you to secure the services of an attorney because you're required to be represented by legal counsel. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, thanks. Sorry, I will be receiving a notice, right?
Yes, you'll get a notice in the mail as you did for this hearing.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, what do we have next?
Now we are moving to number 13 on the list, appeal ending 0736 for 2109 Cybert Street, appellant Edwin Giraldo.
Okay, who's representing the city?
That would be me, Michael Rulo, on behalf of the city.
Okay, is Edwin Giraldo present?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. All right, so what is your relationship to 2109 Cybert Street?
Yes, I am the owner.
You're the owner? Okay.
Yes.
Is anyone else's name on the deed?
No, sir.
Okay. Alrighty. Sir, we're holding what's called a non-pro-tunc hearing to determine whether we should allow you to submit an untimely appeal. The code provides for a 30-day window to submit appeals from violation notices. According to our records, the violation notice was issued on January 27, 2026. You submitted your appeal on March 3rd, 2026, roughly 30 days late. What is your reasoning for submitting a late appeal?
I was unable to find that notice.
You received the notice, but you couldn't find it?
No, that's when I actually got my hands on the notice, and then I immediately went to process the notice, sir.
Okay. In response from the city?
In this instance, the city is not prejudiced, so we maintain reserve all rights, but we won't. We will default to the board's position on that.
Okay. Mr. Giraldo, anything else before we vote?
Yes, they have the wrong address of what I'm being accused of. They have the incorrect address, and I've added pictures of.
Okay, wait a minute. Before we do any further, we aren't going to hear the underlying case. We're only hearing whether or not we should allow you to submit an untimely appeal. Now, the address you're referencing, is that the address where your mail is received? That's incorrect?
No, that's the right address, but the photographs and what they're submitting, it's not the right address.
Okay.
My address does not have
Yeah,
these issues.
if you have the hearing on your appeal, that would be brought up then. Okay?
Correct.
But for today, the issue is whether or not we should allow you to even have a hearing based on your untimely appeal. And so, let me finish. For the record, the address to which the mail was forwarded is 2109 Cybert Street. Is that the correct address where you received your mail?
That is, yes.
Okay. All right. So that's really the only address we're concerned about in this hearing, is whether the correct address was in the record and whether or not it was mailed to you. And your response thus far has been you couldn't find the violation notice, so you submitted a late appeal. Am I
Yes,
correctly summarizing your testimony?
It is a multi-unit family, so there are tenants. I'm not the only one in the property. There are more people living in the property.
Okay.
So there's multiple mailboxes as well.
Okay.
So that makes it a
Alright.
little more difficult to receive it directly. And again, as soon as I received it, I submitted it, and yeah, I did my part. And
Okay.
that's all.
Anyone else have any questions? All right, I want to correct the record. I misstated that in terms of the number of days this thing was untimely, it was only about 5 days rather than 30 days. So just want to note that for the record. Any additional questions from anyone? Okay, all righty. We will now poll the board. HA 2026-000736, 2109 Cyber Street. Edwin Giraldo requests for non-pro-tunc relief granted.
Request granted.
Request granted.
Request granted.
Request granted.
Request granted.
All right, Mr. Giraldo, your request for it to submit an untimely appeal has been granted. You will be given notice of a hearing date, okay?
Thank you. And do I need legal counsel representing me for that date?
It's your choice, but if the violation notice is written to you as an individual and not to a corporate entity, we do not require counsel. But it's strictly your choice.
Who owns the property, Mr. Giraldo?
I do.
Individually?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If it were owned by an LLC, you would need counsel.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that.
Okay.
And am I going to receive notification to 2109 West Seaver, correct?
You will receive notice of the new hearing date.
To the mailing
To-
address that you provided on your application.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And apologies, if you want to update the mailing, you can contact our office outside of this hearing.
Thank you.
Just one moment. Okay, what's that next matter?
Moving to number 15 on the list, appeal ending 5062 for 7029 Torresdale Avenue. Appellant Community Health Providers, represented by Mr. Richard DeMarco Esquire.
Okay, who's representing the city?
Good afternoon, board members. This is Mari Aquino on behalf of the city, AQUINO.
Good afternoon. And according to our records, Mr. DeMarco is representing the appellant. And Mr. DeMarco, are you present?
Here.
Okay. Okay. Just one moment.
Sure.
I've managed to.
Okay, Mr. DeMarco, as you know, this is a request for a non-pro-tunc relief regarding the underlying violation notice. But so let's put some basic facts on the record, then we'll hear from you, and then we'll hear the city's response, okay?
Okay. You want me to put facts on the record? Is that what?
Yes, we will
Oh,
begin.
sure.
Yeah, we also will note for the record that this is being heard as a remand from the Common Pleas Court. According to our records, the violation notice was 4/16/2024. The date of the appeal application was 12/6/2024, well after the 30-day appeal date. And so, Mr. DeMarco, I know that you've provided a written brief on this matter, so I'd ask you if you would want to share the general outline of that brief and any additional argument you would have.
Fine. So I would just state for the record, this matter is also being litigated. There's a federal court case pending on this. This is intended to be a group home for individuals with disabilities. The city had served that violation or had issued a violation. Now, I would argue that the April, we have no proof of mailing of the April violation. The violation that I appealed last December, I'm sorry, it was December of 2024 now, it's been a while, was the October 25th, 2024 violation. The code allows anyone that's an aggrieved party to appeal any city action within 30 days. The code is clear about that. The city continues to maintain that we are late and basing it on the April 2024 violation. That is not the case. We have appealed an October 25th, 2024 violation. We are only 12 days late from the appeal from that violation. My clients, and I do have a witness, Mr. Chairman, who's available to testify. No one was aware of an April 2024 violation. They appealed the October violation. And it was received in early to mid-November, and I can have Mr. Schwartz, Adam Schwartz, testify to that. So we appealed as quickly as we could. The client sought guidance from L&I once they were aware of the October violation, did not get good information, and then forwarded to me. And I, of course, appealed immediately within days of my awareness of it. This is a group home for individuals with disabilities. The part of the violation has now been closed. I think the board should be aware, and I don't think Mr. Aquino would dispute. The violation's been closed as not even have been necessary. It's a home, not a medical office. The city issued a violation labeling this as a medical office, and it's not. It's a residence for individuals with disabilities. So
Object. I'm going to object.
Well, let's do this.
Okay.
What's the nature of the objection?
Well, we're reaching the merits of the underlying violation, and the purpose of today's hearing is only to determine whether the appellant is entitled to non-protunct relief.
Yeah, understood. That's sustained.
Mr. Chairman, hold on a minute.
But no, I'm responding. So just let me respond, and then if there's need be, you can respond. Okay? What we're saying today, and I'd ask you and everyone involved to just focus on the matter. This is a non-protunct matter. We will stay away from underlying case issues. Okay? Now, what would you like to say, Mr. DeMarco? You're muted at the moment.
Someone muted me. Mr. Chairman, part of the criteria for non-protunct relief is that I demonstrate a meritorious defense. And that, by necessary nature, involves a discussion of the merits. I have to demonstrate, one, that my client acted promptly upon discovering the violation. And the third criteria is that I have a meritorious defense. So I don't understand why that would be irrelevant that we discuss.
Well, you're certainly allowed to note for the record that you believe you have a meritorious defense, and that because of the differing opinions as to whether that's accurate or not will be reflected if there's a hearing. So you've noted that. That's appropriate to say that, but that's on the record, so let's proceed.
All right. And I have to also explain put on the record, I hope you're aware that there's Fair Housing Act responsibilities of this board. There's still a pending request for reasonable accommodation for this property that has not yet been ruled on. This board has not only the power to grant an accommodation, but a responsibility to do so when there are individuals.
Is that part of the underlying appeal?
It is. It was
Okay,
part
but
of.
we haven't heard that yet. So once that, if that's scheduled, we will hear all of that. That is not before us today.
Well, Mr. Chairman, with all respect, this board has been reversed on this case already.
It's the reverse,
the court-
absolutely. That's why we're hearing it. We're complying with the CCP remand.
Well,
And so there's no need to go through that. We understand that for the record. And I noted that for the record.
okay. All right. Well, I'll call my witness. Let's get the testimony on the record.
But before you do that, I just want to hear from the city in terms of any preliminary response.
Okay.
No preliminary response, but I will note that the city does have a witness today.
Okay. All righty. Mr.
Thank you.
DeMarco, who would you like to call?
Mr. Adam Schwartz.
Okay. And this individual?
This is the tenant at the property that's in possession of the property that's trying to operate the group home.
What is his title?
What is his title?
Yes, it's a
Specifically,
corporate, it's an organizational, it's an organization that's occupying the space, correct? Or
Right.
is he a resident?
No, he's not one of the disabled residents. He's the
Okay.
he's the company that operates the group home.
That's why I asked you his
I'm not
title.
positive as his official title. He could tell you that.
Operations manager.
Okay.
I'm not sure who this person is who spoke.
It's Adam Schwartz.
Okay, wait, Mr. Schwartz, let's get you sworn in, and then
Okay.
Mr. DeMarco will ask you questions. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. DeMarco?
Mr. Schwartz, what's the name of the tenant that's in possession of the property?
Community healthcare providers.
And what is the use that you are trying to operate at the property at issue?
It's a community living arrangement for individuals with intellectual disabilities.
And can you just briefly tell the board what type of disability are we talking about?
Mr. DeMarco, before we proceed, could we have some indication of Mr. Schwartz's relationship to a party that's involved in this appeal?
So I'm happy to do
I don't
that.
think I heard that.
So just let me be clear about that. If there's going to be an attempt to argue a standing issue, that's already been decided by the Court of Common Pleas. This particular owner has legal standing, and the board was reversed on that issue. So I'm happy to put the evidence on that you're looking for, but this
No, I just
this
wanted to
individual's
know what-
already been determined to have legal standing to appeal.
I
But
just
go
want to
ahead,
know
let's-
I want to know what Mr. Schwartz does. Is he the janitor? Is he the president? Is he the controller? I want to know what his position is with respect to the appellant. I
Go
don't
ahead,
think
Mr.
that was-
Schwartz. You
I
heard
don't
the
think
question.
that was put on the
Absolutely.
record.
I'm an operations manager, and we are a tenant, so community healthcare providers. We rent the property from Marina Schercher. We control the property, and the use would be for a community living arrangement for individuals with intellectual developmental disability.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Mr. Schwartz, when were you first aware that a violation had been issued to the property?
We received the violation from Marina Schercher in early to mid-November.
What year?
2024?
Yes.
What did you do as a result of discovering that?
Immediately reached out to L&I through email multiple times to multiple individuals, getting no response. Physically went to L&I in Center City, as well as on Castor Avenue. Was given the information that we were given was you need to speak to the inspector, who would not respond to us. After that period of time, I guess this early December, we got a referral to you, and then you filed the appeal.
Did you ever receive an April 2024 violation with regard to this property and the use that you're trying to operate?
No.
No further questions.
Any cross-examination, Ms. Aquino?
No cross-examination.
Okay, does anyone on the board have have a question for the witness? Mr. Schwartz, the violation that you're referencing, who is the violation written to?
I believe, I don't have it in front of me. I believe it was sent to Marina Shersher.
Okay, and she sent it on to you.
All information Marina forwards to us in a timely fashion that is received. So that's why, I'm sorry, please continue.
Do you know if she responded to the violation?
She did not. That was the first violation that she received. She then forwarded to us.
Okay.
There was no previous violation received by her.
Okay.
And when you were handed that violation, did you read the violation?
I read the violation. I know we're not going to talk about the merits of the violation, but I immediately assumed it was erroneous since we're not operating a medical facility. And I then reached out to L&I, not quite understanding how everything worked, and then went through that maze, trying to reach out and have, just based on merit at that point, not understanding completely that it had to be appealed immediately and that it was also issued several months before. Then understanding that we have limited knowledge and capacity to deal with this, and without having any assistance from L&I, we then moved forward with our attorney, Mr. DeMarco.
Okay. Mr. DeMarco, do you have any additional witnesses?
No, that's my only witness.
Okay. Mr. Aquino, it's your opportunity. You have a witness you want to put on?
Yes, thank you, board chair.
Okay.
Inspector Brett McDonald, and I believe he's on the Zoom call.
Inspector McDonald?
I'm here.
Okay, raise your right hand to be sworn, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give be the truth so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. Let's proceed. You can place your hand down.
Good afternoon, Inspector McDonald. Could you please state where you're currently employed?
City of Philadelphia Licensing Inspections.
And what's your role at L&I?
I'm in LSU unit, that's a litigation unit, and also custodian of records.
Okay, and could you please explain some of your responsibilities in that role?
Just, checking cases before they, go to court and, sending out emails, just typical.
Okay. And are you familiar with the Eclipse system?
Yes.
Could you please just briefly explain what that is?
Eclipse system is the system that we use when we look up cases, pull work to, do inspections, and keep mostly all the database and stuff in there.
Okay, so it's L&I's record keeping system, yeah?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So did you review the case file for notice of violation number CF 2024-029963? That's the notice of violation underlying this appeal. Did you review those records in Eclipse?
Yes.
And are those records kept in the regular course of business?
Yes.
Board chair, permission to share my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Is that visible are you able to see my exhibits?
Yes.
Exhibit A? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so drawing your attention to Exhibit A of the city's exhibit packet. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Could you please just tell us what it is?
It's a violation notice in order to correct.
Okay, and to whom was it issued?
It was to Marina Shersher, 2038. Yeah, 20.
Yeah, please, the address. Thank you.
The address? Okay. Shersher,
Would you
2038.
mind making it a bit larger, Mr. Aquino?
Sure, yeah. Does that work?
Yes.
Larger?
Not yet. More and more. That helps. Thank you.
There? Okay.
Yep, there we go.
All right. Okay. Marina Shersher, 2038 Lord Fairfax Road, Vienna, Virginia.
Okay, and this notice of violation concerns the property at 7029 Torresdale Avenue, correct?
Yes.
And it was issued on what date?
Date of notice was 4/16/24, April 16,
Okay.
2024.
I'm going to scroll down to the notice that's on the second page of the violation notice. It's highlighted for your convenience here. Could you please read that portion of the notice of violation?
Sure. You have the right to appeal this notice. The appeal must be filed by May 16, 2024. If you do not timely file an appeal, then you will waive your right to later challenge any part of this notice. This includes waiving your right to argue whether the violations existed, whether you were responsible to correct the violations, whether you had enough time to correct the violations, whether the city should have abated the violations, and whether the city can impose fines, fees, and costs against you.
Thank you, Inspector McDonald.
Mhm.
I'm going to draw your attention now to Exhibit B. Do you recognize this document?
Yes,
Okay. And to whom was it issued?
it's issued to Marina Shersher, 2038 Lord Fairfax Road, Vienna, Virginia.
And on what date?
And this one is October 25th, 2024.
Okay. And could you please read the highlighted portion of the notice, please?
Okay. If the time for compliance stated above has passed and was not extended due to the filing of an appeal, then the penalties stated in the violation notice and order to correct, including but not limited to inspection fees and fines, will begin to occur as the date of this notice.
Thank you. And was an appeal filed for this violation?
Yes.
And on what date was that appeal filed? We're moving on to Exhibit C now.
Mm-hmm.
On what date was that appeal filed?
That received on, it says December 6, 2024.
And Inspector McDonald, I'm going to just ask briefly for you to walk us through the requirements, the notice and service requirements for a notice of violation. So under the Philadelphia Code, the city is required to notice what parties?
The owners.
The owner. And what method of service is prescribed under the Philadelphia Code?
Well, let me just object for the record. This sounds like legal testimony to me, Mr. Chairman. I'm not sure he's qualified to interpret Philadelphia Code, but
Okay.
it's not my objection for the record.
Okay, thank you. We'll overrule the objection. Let's continue.
I'll rephrase my question. Inspector McDonald, does L&I mail notices of violation via certified mail to the last known registered owner?
Yes.
And that's conforming to the procedures under the Philadelphia Code?
Yes.
Okay. And now I'm going to, sorry, board, just a minute. I'll stop sharing my screen now before I ask my other questions. Okay. Okay. Inspector McDonald, could you please just briefly walk us through L&I's procedures for issuing these notices of violation?
When we issue the violation, we just make sure that all the violations is correct, and we send it to research to say, to find a offsite address if it's not one for it, and then they send it out via mail to the owner.
Okay, so I'm going to just reiterate some of that back to you. So once an inspection is conducted, that information is recorded in Eclipse?
Yes.
And that information is then forwarded to the research unit?
Yes.
And the research unit identifies a responsible party?
Yes.
And a mailing address for that party?
Yes.
Okay. Are there records of this process on Eclipse?
Yes,
And did you review those records?
yes.
So does Eclipse note that a notice of violation was generated and printed on April 16th, 2024?
Yes,
And that's the initial notice of violation, correct?
yes,
Does Eclipse show that a notice of violation was generated and printed on October 25th, 2024?
yes.
And that's the final notice of violation, correct?
That's the final. Yes.
Okay. No further questions for now.
Mr. DeMarco, do you have any questions?
Yes.
Cross.
Mr. McDonald, does the Eclipse system track the mailing of any violations?
No, I don't think so.
Right. And you don't have any proof here today that the April violation was actually mailed, correct?
Well, I think it was mailed.
Right, but you don't have
Yeah.
written documentation that that violation was mailed, correct?
No, all I see it is in the Eclipse system.
Right. You mentioned that that certified mail was done in your testimony, correct?
Yes.
Do you have a signed green card for anybody with regard to that mailing?
No.
The October violation that your attorney had you read into the record, can we agree, or maybe I have a stipulation, can we agree that that language is different than what was included in the April violation?
Yes.
Appeal language?
Yes.
Right. And the language in the October, we can put this back up on the screen if it's necessary, but let me ask the question and we'll go from there. The October violation, can we agree that it does not tell the person who received the violation that the violation can be appealed within 30 days? Is that correct? Isn't that correct?
But the one in violation for October? Yes.
Right.
That's what I saw. Yes.
That's correct?
Yes.
Well, just for clarity's sake, Mr. DeMarco, which document are you referencing? The first violation or the final violation notice?
He answered, but it's the October violation, does not have 30-day language in it.
And that's the final violation notice, correct?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
No further question.
Okay. Any additional questions or redirect, Mr. Aquino?
Yeah, a very brief redirect. Inspector McDonald, you didn't testify that the mailings were sent out via certified mail, correct?
Objection, that's what he said. He already answered.
Okay, do we need to review the record?
And
Well, how do you want to proceed, Mr. Aquino?
could I clarify the record now?
Go
Let's see
ahead.
let's see what we have here. Mr. Kelly, are you able to clarify the record for us? He's our court reporter. I don't think I have to.
Excuse me, Chair, I was having difficulty unmuting. Yes, I can. It will take a minute if you want me to stop and go back and review the record.
Yes, it's an important issue, so we need to hear your response. Should we go off the record while you're doing that?
Please.
Yes, we'll go off the record for a moment to allow the reporter to check the record. Thank you. We'll go back on the record.
I apologize. I can't read
do
it
both
back.
at the same time.
I can't do both at the same time. I can
So-
read it, and then
Yeah,
then you have to give me a minute, and then we can go back on.
Yeah, we're having the system record,
Yes.
so we're recording your response.
All right. I'm gonna. You want me to?
But before we proceed, I want to ask both attorneys: is there any objection to Mr. Kelly reading the results of his research without it being recorded by himself as a court reporter and it being recorded by the system? Any objection, Mr. DeMarco?
No.
Excuse me, Chair. If I may, it just occurred to me. I'll have my backup running.
Okay.
All right. If that's acceptable.
Okay.
I am now recording again and I'm ready to read back.
Please proceed.
Question. You mentioned that certified mail was done in your testimony, correct? Yes. Now give me a second. Hold on. You mentioned that certified mail was done. It sounded as if there wasn't and then was.
Okay. Do you have the direct testimony that was elicited by Ms. Aquino prior to that?
Yes, I do. If you want me to find, I'm sorry, Chair. I apologize for making this so complicated, but because of the system that I use to report, I can't.
Okay, we'll just take a few moments because I want to hear that as well. We'll take a few moments. You're going to bring that up as well, okay?
All right. Excuse me.
Sure, off the record. Please proceed.
All right. We are back on the record for this readback.
Yes.
Question. Inspector McDonald, could you please just briefly walk us through L&I's procedures for issuing these notices of violation? Answer. Well, when we issue violation, we make sure that the violations is correct and we send it to research, notifying the offsite address, and then we send it out via mail to the owner. Question. Okay. So let me just read some of that back to you. Once an inspection is conducted, that information is recorded in Eclipse. Answer. Yes. Question. That information is then forwarded to, hold on. Wait. I apologize. Does Eclipse note that a notice of the violation was generated and printed on April 16, 2024? Yes. And that's the initial notice of violation, correct? Answer. Yes. Question. Does Eclipse show that notice of violation was generated and printed on October 6, 2024? Answer. Yes. And that's the final notice of violation, correct? Answer. That's final. Yes. Question. No further questions. Give me 1 second, please. I'm sorry, is that satisfactory, Chair?
Well, I'll just inquire of Mr. Aquino and Mr. DeMarco that we review the section of the testimony that you wanted to have replayed.
It's not the portion that mentioned the mailing.
The reporter did just read the portion answering questions about the mailing. I heard it.
Well, I would just say, Mr. Chairman, the transcript will reflect what was said.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Let's proceed. Let's move on. Okay, Mr. Aquino, do you have any additional witnesses?
No additional witnesses. Thank you, Board.
Okay, anyone else have any questions for Mr. McDonald? I would ask this, Mr. McDonald, according to your review of the Eclipse system, which individual or organization is noted as the responsible party for this address?
Can you repeat that?
According to your review of Eclipse, what is the name of the organization and or individual responsible for 7029 Torresdale Avenue?
All I have is the owner's name.
Okay, is there a separate account for community health providers?
I
that you're
don't
aware
see
of?
any. I don't know. No, not at all. I'm not aware of it.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty, we're going to take a short executive session. Hate to do this, but we need to take a short executive session before we vote. Before we do that, are any additional argument from either Mr. DeMarco or Mr. Aquino?
Yes.
Yes.
Please, Mr. DeMarco?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So the remand order, Mr. Chairman, required that there be testimony on how the violations were mailed. You haven't gotten that. So under direction of the judge in this case, the city has clearly failed to prove that the violations were actually mailed. The transcript will say what it will say. I will tell you that I heard either some testimony about either registered or certified mail, which would require there to be a returned receipt signature. And the city is in the code. It does say that the city can serve in that manner. Well, I would suggest that if it was not done, should have been done. And there's clearly no proof of anybody that anyone received or the April violation or that was mailed. We do concede that the October violation was received and acted upon as quickly as possible. And the testimony from my client is that it was appealed within 30 days of actual receipt because my client was aware of the violation in mid-November, early to mid-November, and we appealed on December 6th. So the remand instructions were pretty clear from the court, and the city clearly has not shown that the April violation was mailed. You don't know exactly when the October 25th violation was mailed. This board can't assume that even though the violation was printed, which you have that testimony that the violation was printed, you don't have testimony as to when it was actually mailed. So there might be a delay of who knows what it was from the time it was printed to the time it was mailed. So clearly we have shown that there was actually an appeal within 30 days of actual notice of the violation based on my client's testimony. My client's in possession of the property. They're the responsible party for the use that's going on. They're the ones that are responsible to correct whatever violations are correct. You don't want to hear why they're not correct, but there's argument as to that. I'm happy to give that. I don't know why we can't get to the merits of this. I don't know why the city can't just stipulate to allow a timely appeal. What's the problem? Why can't we get to whether the violations were correct or not? That's why we're in federal court, because there's obviously an argument to that effect. I'm not going to, you didn't want me to talk about that, so I'm not, but that there's clearly a meritorious defense. But based on the remand order from the court, Mr. Chairman, the city has not fulfilled its burden to do that. What is the harm of allowing a discussion of the merits of these violations? They're serious and they involve the rights of disabled individuals to occupy that property. And let's talk about the merits. What's the harm? There's no prejudice.
Mr. DeMarco, we've plowed that ground already, so I'm just asking if you can conclude your final closing argument, and I want to hear from the city.
I would just remind the board to that you do have the power to grant accommodation as well. This is an administrative board that is clearly governed by the Fair Housing Act. You have the absolute power to grant accommodation as well as deciding the case on a non-pro-tunc basis. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Mr. Aquino? Oh, you muted, Mr. Aquino.
I apologize. Thank you. So yeah, here the city requests that appellant's request for non-pro-tunc relief be denied. It's appellant who has a burden here, not the city, and appellant hasn't met that burden. First, they didn't meet the burden to overcome the presumption created under the mailbox rule. The mailbox rule provides that that proof of mailing raises a presumption that the mailed item was received. And for municipal agencies, I'm happy to provide the case if requested, but I'll just quote from my notes here. So For municipal agencies, quote, when a letter has been written and signed in the usual course of business and placed in the regular place of mailing, evidence of a custom as to the mailing of such letters is acceptable as evidence that it was duly mailed. And Inspector McDonald testified to LNI's custom and practice of mailing these notices. And both notices were mailed in the exact same manner and were sent to the exact same address. And appellant hasn't provided any evidence to rebut that presumption. Next, appellant fails to meet their burden of establishing the factors under the non-protunct standard. As a reminder, those are A, so non-protunct relief is warranted where A, there's an extraordinary circumstance involving fraud or some breakdown in the administrative process, or where a non-negligent circumstance related to appellant, their counsel, or third party causes a delay. And again, that's appellant's burden to meet. So appellant has not alleged any breakdown in the administrative process. And they failed to provide a non-negligent reason for the delay. And even if crediting appellant's story that only the October notice was mailed, they testified that that notice was received in mid-November, early to mid-November. If we're calculating the appeal date based on that final notice of violation, which isn't the notice that carries appeal rights, that would be the initial notice. But if we were to calculate based on that final notice, they still delayed for weeks. The appeal date based on that final notice would be November 24th. So, there's at least a week-long window there where appellants sat on it and didn't file the appeal. I understand they testified to having reached out to LNI, but that's not having filed an appeal. With all that before the board, the city would request that relief be denied.
Thank you very much. We will go off the record for a short executive session. Thank you. Regarding HA 2024-005062, 7029 Torresdale Avenue, Community Health Providers request a non-protunct relief granted.
Request granted.
Request granted.
Request granted.
Request granted.
Request granted.
All right, thank you. That's
Thank
the
you,
outcome of
board.
this matter. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. The witnesses are excused.
Thank you
Let's
for your
proceed to our next matter.
Moving to items 16 and 17, they involve the same appellant, but I will start with 16. That's appeal ending 0110 for 3114 Tulip Street. Appellant Eden Equities, represented by Mr. Adam Nakmani.
Nakmani, okay. Who's representing the city?
Good afternoon, Michelle Reinhardt with the City of Philadelphia.
Afternoon. Is Mr. Nakmani present?
Yes, I'm here, Commissioner.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Nakmani, will you have any witnesses today?
Yes, I have one witness. Zev Berkowitz is on the phone. Or he's available on the Zoom.
Okay, if he's present, I'd like to swear him in.
Sure.
Yes, I'm here. Okay. Sir, if you raise your right hand to be sworn, do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Does the city have any witnesses?
No, not today.
Okay.
Excuse
thank
me,
you.
Chair, pardon me, this is the reporter. I did not catch the witness's name.
Sir, would you restate your full name and spell your last name, please?
Sure. It's Zevi Berkowitz. That's Berkovich.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, the first name one more time, sir.
Zevi. Zevi.
Thank you.
Okay, alrighty. Of course, Mr. Nakmani, this is a request for non-protunct relief for your client, principally because, according to our records, the violation occurred June 29, 2024. The appeal was submitted December 19th, 2025. And as you know, there's a 30-day window that permits appeals of violations. And so what is your argument regarding the request for late appeal?
So my client is prepared to testify the non-negligent reason for the delay in filing was there was a prior management company that never informed the owner of the situation. Since the new management company has taken over, the issue has been brought to the attention of the owner and is in the process of being resolved. The prior notice wasn't even received by the owner to take steps which is, why we're in this position. And it's to the extent we do get into the merits, my client can testify the steps they've taken to resolve the bulk of the problems that have been raised by the city.
Okay, any testimony you want to listen from your client?
Sure. Okay, Mr. Berkovich, what is the name of your company?
So I work for the Sapphire Group. We're the property manager.
And are you the property manager for 3014 Tulip Street, Philadelphia, PA?
Yes.
Okay. And when did you begin managing the property?
Say about a year ago, say June of 2025.
Okay. And when you at the time you began managing,
Mr. McNamee, just for a moment, we'll just have a clarity question for you. You represent the Eden Equities, correct?
Correct.
Do you represent the Shropshire Group?
Yeah, the Sapphire
Group.
is the management company for Eden Equities LLC.
And so in this instance, you're also representing them, or you just calling them as independent witness?
I also represent the Sapphire Group in this matter.
Let's just clarify. The Sapphire Group is not the owner, and the violation wasn't issued to the Sapphire Group. It was issued to Eden Equities, and Mr. Dakari is a representative of the current management company for the property. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Please proceed, sir.
Thank you. Do you know, at the time you took over this property, were you aware of violation number CF 2024067988?
Objection.
Why was not?
What's the objection?
To relevance, because he's the property owner who, the question is, did you know about this violation at the time that you were taking over?
He's the property manager.
Yeah, but the question is, were you aware of the violations at the time that you were taking over the management of it? I don't
Okay.
think that's relevant.
Okay. We will sustain the objection.
Are you aware as to whether or not the owner received a violation notice from the city with respect to the property in approximately June
As far as I'm
2024?
aware, they have not received them. No.
Yeah, there's I think I
Objection.
heard an objection. What's the objection?
The objection is he's being called to testify about someone else's knowledge.
Yeah, in this instance, sir, I mean, that's a bit of a stretch for the hearsay rule, so we're going to sustain that objection.
Sure.
Does he have direct evidence or direct knowledge or anything?
Sure.
That would be helpful.
Yeah. Did you ever receive, when you began managing the property, did you receive a copy of the property files?
So yeah, whenever we take on any property, we're third-party managers. We always receive, a copy of the records from the previous owner or manager with any open existing issues. So I guess we know what to work off. And in this case, from when we originally assumed management, we did not receive these violations that we're talking about today. They were not, brought to our attention.
Okay. So when you began managing the property, strike that. The owner's files that you received did not have any notice of the violation in them that we're talking about today?
Correct.
Okay. I have no further questions.
Any cross-examination?
Briefly, yes. Did that file was that file made exclusively by the owner, or was it also made by the prior property manager?
Whatever information we got, we received really from the prior property manager.
Okay. No. What was the prior property manager's name? Was it Ari Miller?
I believe it's called Ari Miller. Yes, Ari Miller. Yeah.
Ari Miller. Okay. Would you be surprised to find out that Ari Miller was in fact emailing with representatives of the city regarding this case specifically?
I mean, I would. I just know that originally we tried, to get any information from the prior management company. We ran into a lot of issues. We weren't getting answers. A lot of stuff that we were requesting, we just didn't get. So if they weren't being sent over to us, there's no way for us to handle them.
So fair to say you subsequently found out that the prior property manager was in fact aware of these violations?
Objection, that's not what he said. He said that he would ask the prior owner management company for records if they were missing any.
Okay, so what's your objection is that she
She
mischaracterized his
mischaracterized
testimony?
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will sustain that objection. You may want to restate the question.
Thank you. Have you become aware at any point in time since you've been managing this case that the prior property manager was in fact aware of these violations?
No, I have not.
Are you aware that the city has filed 2 separate actions in the Court of Common Pleas regarding this case file?
And I'm aware of these actions that were filed now. I'm not sure if it was 2 separate ones.
Are you aware that Eden Equities has been served under both separate files by the sheriff's office at their designated corporate address?
I'm going to object.
No.
This is a nunc-pro-tunc hearing. We're getting into separate litigation in the Court of Common Pleas that my witness isn't prepared to testify about.
If I
Okay.
may respond briefly, it goes into knowledge.
Well, the issue here, and again, I would have to advise all counsel that there's a lot you want to put on the record and strong arguments on all sides, except that we are strictly looking at the issue of non-pro-tunc relief. So I'd ask you to streamline your questions and your approach to that.
With all due respect, the reason that the city is asking is because it establishes knowledge at least a year before.
Well, okay, but the
Before
issue
this.
for us is whether or not the individual owner, responsible party, received notice. This Sapphire, who knows, it has not been put on a record yet as to when they took over ownership, management.
I think he said approximately a year ago.
I didn't hear that date. That will answer a lot of questions for us as to when they became managers.
Managers. Sir, can you clarify the date that you became the manager of the property?
I can look it up. I don't have it offhand. I can look it up. I don't have it offhand exact, the exact date we went into effect.
Wait a minute. That's not a response to the question. Sir, what date did your company execute a contract to become the manager agent for this property?
Are you right now? I mean, the manager agreement that I have is actually dated February 3rd, 2026.
Repeat that, please, slowly.
Yeah, I'm looking at a signed manager agreement that I have in front of me. The date is February 3rd, 2026. That's where we have the signed manager agreement from.
February 3rd, 2026?
That's the date of the signed manager agreement that I have with Eden Equities for this property.
I just want to be certain of that, hear this correctly. February 3rd, 2026. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That's helpful.
Sir, are you aware of when the owner was served the court notice for the currently pending Court of Common Pleas case for this case file?
Object to the question. It's a little confusing.
Yes, I would have to sustain the objection because really, and I guess I'm having some trouble here just sort of understanding the relevance of this witness. He isn't able to speak directly to the issue of receipt of the violation and or the lack of response, timely response. Mrs. Nakmani, the other issue here is the witness you have, does he have any direct knowledge of the receipt of the notice of violation and when the appeal was filed?
He has knowledge of, so he was involved briefly before. So these appeals were filed before the formal management agreement was signed. They were filed in December 2025. In terms of the receipt of the notices. As my client was testifying, he became the manager of the property, received the property files, and did not have
When?
copies of these notices
When?
in the file. Approximately when did you
he
begin?
receive?
Because I think he was confused because you were pushing him for a date on the management agreement. So, Mr. Berkowitz, when did you begin actually managing the property, forgetting the approximately?
I would say June 1st. I would say June 1st, 2025.
June
Didn't
1st,
understand what he just said.
2025? Is that what you said? June
Yeah.
1st, 2025?
He became the manager June 1st, 2025. The violation was written June 29, 2024. Okay, my apologies, I misspoke. Is anything else?
So actually, that makes my last question, I believe, relevant, because if he has been managing the property since June 1st, 2025, my question was about if he was aware of when the owner was served in the court case that's currently pending at their corporate address, which occurred in October of
Okay.
2025.
Okay, sir, what is your response to that question?
No, I'm not aware.
Okay,
No further questions.
okay, thank you. Any questions from the panel? If not, we will poll the board regarding, well, before we vote.
I actually do have some exhibits to offer, though.
Okay, before we do that.
Okay.
The issue, we have two cases here. One is a use registration issue and the other one is an engineering letter that's required. I didn't ask initially because both of these are violation. We'll have to hear them both separately then because the dates are different.
I think with all due respect, we could hear them together because they involve the same property, a lot of the same set of facts, and they both have the same problem that they're filed in the same court case that's currently pending in CCP.
Mr. Nakmani, any response from you?
So my only request would be we just get the testimony that the violation in the other case also was not included in the files received by the new management company. So I
Okay.
can take that testimony or
So based on that, and we also have documents you want to submit. So submit your documents for the first case. We will vote, then we go to the second case.
I'm sorry, do you want me to ask questions now?
No. I'm asking, not yet. I'm asking the city to identify the records they want to be incorporated in, the documents to be incorporated into the record.
Do I have permission to share my screen?
Yes, please.
So first, what I would like to share is an email. It is dated September 25th, 2024. It is an email from Ari Miller, who the current property manager just testified was the prior property manager, indicating we just took over property management here. What's going on? And the subject line is 314 Tulip Street, City versus Eden Equities LLC with docket number.
This is hearsay. I'm gonna object to this email. I mean, no one's here to testify to the authenticity of the document. So, I mean, this email should not be admissible.
So it's a statement against party admission, and it was also just, I would say, supported by the testimony that was just given by the prior manager.
Okay.
I mean, the current manager.
Sure. Now, the relevance in terms of whether we grant untimely appeal or not. That's what I want to hear. What's the relevance of this document?
So this indicates actual knowledge of the court case that is the subject to.
And the reason why we should or should not grant a non-proton relief for this appeal.
They should not, because this shows prior knowledge as of September 2024. And this non-proton appeal was only filed December 19th, 2025.
Okay, that's what I needed to
Thank
you
you.
to connect the dots. Okay, so we will allow that those matters to be added to the record. Anything else for the record?
I do also have sheriff's service that was on Eden Equities on, let me see, October 7th, 2025 for the currently pending CCP case as well. This again shows prior knowledge as of at least 2025. And
prejudice to the city as we do have ongoing enforcement measures currently pending.
Okay, just one matter of clarity. This is the sheriff of Erie County. Is that Erie County, Pennsylvania?
It is.
Okay, and the individuals engaged, just want to be certain here. Okay, all right, thank you. Anything else?
Nothing else.
Okay, all right, thank you. We will then call the vote for HA 2026-000110-3114 Tulip Street, Eden Equities request for non-pro-tunc relief denied.
Request denied.
Request denied.
Request denied.
Request denied.
Okay, thank you very much. That resolves that matter. Let's move on to the next case. Please read that one in.
Yep, that one is case number 17, appeal ending 0111, also for 3114 Tulip Street, appellant Eden Equities LLC, represented by Mr. Nakmani.
Mr. Nakmani, do you have the same witness or a different witness for this matter?
Same witness.
Okay, in the city, do you have a witness for this matter?
I do not, but would I be able to propose a possible stipulation to incorporate the record of the prior
Yes.
hearing in this as well?
Okay, Mr. Nakmani, any opposition to the stipulation?
No, as long as it's the entire record, that's fine. I just would want to add some additional testimony.
Okay, please call your client for the additional testimony.
Sure. Mr. Berkovitz, are you still here?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm here, yeah.
Okay. You're still under oath, and the same testimony from the prior hearing has been incorporated. When you previously testified, you received a copy of the files from the prior management company. When you received those files, did it include violation number? Did it include, let me rephrase that. Did it include any violation notices from the city of Philadelphia?
No.
Are you aware of the owner? Strike that. I have no further questions.
Thank you. Any cross-examination?
No, nothing further.
Any questions from the panel? Thank you. We'll call the vote on HA 2026-000111.
If I may make just brief argument on this one as well, I would just.
Okay.
I would just.
Short, brief, very brief.
Very brief. I would just like to clarify that based on the sheriff's notice that you also just saw that was incorporated from the prior hearing, that notice was from October 2025. So even though this second notice of violation, which is for unsafe conditions, was issued later than the first notice, there was notice by at least no later than October 2025, making the December 19th, 2025 appeal in this instance well past the 30-day deadline as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Nakmani, any response?
Yeah, I mean, the city has not put in any proof in terms of this violation actually being sent or served at all for this case, even incorporating the prior record. None of that is in this record, and none of that was put in. Additionally, there's no proof that that's the correct address in Erie, PA, where the document was served when different addresses were used for the prior notice. So based on all of those, issues, the city hasn't responded to my client's testimony that it had not received, or the copy of the notice was not received by the owner. So based on that, we're requesting that the petition nunc-pro-tunc on this matter be granted.
Thank you for your close. We'll poll the vote. HA 2026-000111, 3114 Tulip Street, Eaton Equities, request for non-pro-tunc relief denied.
Request denied.
Request denied.
Request denied.
Request denied. Request denied.
Thank you. That resolves that matter. Thank you very much. Do we have any further matters for the non-pro-tunc list?
No, that is concludes the nunc-pro-tunc list.
Okay, thank you. We will take a short executive session and return to hear our regular list. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. It's yours.
Chairman Woodson, Aaron Rodden, Board Counsel, would you prefer to do preliminary matters before executive session or executive session and then preliminary? Very good.
We will now begin hearing, thank you, Mr. Kelly. We will begin hearing our regular list of matters. We first will hear from the Law Department for any preliminary matter that needs to be read into the record.
Thank you. May it please the board, Leonard F. Reuter for the city of Philadelphia.
Good afternoon.
My colleagues have graciously agreed to allow me to jump ahead of the line with a quick continuance because we've had an attorney for the other side that's been sitting here. And
Okay.
don't want them to murderize their client on bills. So with respect to number 25, this is HA 2025-004876 for 1223 West Cambria Street. Joseph O'Byrne is the appellant, and they're here represented. He is represented by counsel here.
Okay, and ma'am, your name?
Tamara Johnson,
And your counsel for whom?
Joseph O'Byrne.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, this is the reporter. I'm having difficulty hearing. Could you please get closer to the mic? Thank you.
Tamara Johnson for Joseph O'Byrne,
Okay, TAMRIN,
TAMARRIN,
and last name again, please?
Johnson.
Okay. And is Mr. O'Brien the owner of this property?
Mr. O'Byrne is the owner of the property, yes.
Okay, all right, thank you. And the request is for a continuance?
Yes, we're just going to ask to continue this matter. There's another related appeal that will also be getting a continuance, but, and then there's also litigation in the Court of Common Pleas. So it looks like at least Mr. O'Byrne's case hopefully may resolve. So we're just going to ask for a continuance of the matter.
Okay, now, just for the record, if this comes back to us, there is potentially a timeliness issue, because this is an unsafe case, I understand. That's a 5-day requirement for appeals. And the notice was 11/14/25, the appeal was 12/12/25. So just for the record, and council can review that, but that may come up again if it comes back to us.
Okay.
Okay? All right, thank you very much. We're noted for today as continued.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Board. Lydia Anderson on behalf of the city.
Good afternoon.
So we have a number of resolved matters, beginning with appeal number 5, ending in 000022, concerning 200 West Gurney Street. Appellant is Giuseppe Noel Burgos. I believe that was administratively continued.
Yes, that was continued.
Appeal number 6, ending in 000051, 2000 Valletta Street. Appellant Adbiel Cruz. That there was a continuance request for that unopposed by the city.
Okay, we would note that as continued as well.
Next, turning to appeal number 8, ending in 001426, concerning 2300 South Broad Street. Appellant Digital E-Service System, Inc., doing business as Abul Hassan. For this matter, we have a city continuance request due to witness unavailability.
Okay, Mr. Vaccaro?
Yes, good afternoon. May it
Yes.
please the board, Joseph Vaccaro, VACCARO. No objection.
No objection? Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
There's 2.
Okay. All righty. And so that first matter, 1426 will be continued.
Thank you.
Okay.
Turning next to appeal number 9, ending in 001879. The same property address, 2300 South Broad Street, same appellant, and the city would request a continuance again due to witness unavailability.
Mr.
No
Vaccaro?
objection.
No objection?
No objection.
Okay, noted as continued. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. That
Okay.
concludes my business.
Yes, your excuse. Okay, please proceed.
Next, turning to appeal number 10, ending in 000145.
Okay, before you proceed, I think there's a Spanish interpreter required for this one. Oh, okay, so please proceed.
Yes, concerning 2401 South 54th Street, appellant Porfirio Acosta. There was a continuance request by the appellant to obtain counsel, and the city is not opposed.
Okay, we'll note that as continued as well.
Next, turning to number 11, appeal ending in 2967 concerning 40 South 2nd Street, appellant Doral Bottoms. This matter was actually withdrawn by the department, so it's moot.
Moot, thank you.
Next, turning to appeal number 12, ending in 3154, concerning 13481 Damar Drive. This was also withdrawn by the department and is moot.
Withdrawn is moot. Okay, thank you.
Turning to number 13, appeal ending in 3155, same address, 13481 Damar Drive. That was also withdrawn by the department and is moot.
Thank you.
Appeal number 14, ending in 3210, concerning 11031 Stevens Road, appellant Yuna Construction LLC. That was withdrawn by the appellant.
Thank you.
Next, number 15, ending in 219, concerning 1011 Mountain Street, appellant Starlight Electric, Inc. That matter was settled for $500.
$500 for city affirm, $500?
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Turning to number 16, appeal ending in 0228, concerning 2230 North Camac Street. Finch Development LLC is the appellant. That matter was settled for a city affirm with a $1,000 fine.
Thank you.
Turning to number 17, appeal ending in 0232, address is 525 Sigel Street. Appellant is Thompson Safety LLC. That matter was withdrawn by the department and can be marked moot.
Thank you.
Turning to number 20 on the list, appeal ending in 4431, 2051 Church Lane. Appellant Johnny 2051 Inc. I believe there was a continuance request that is unopposed by the city, but I see that there's counsel listed for this as well.
Is counsel present? Lori J. Hahn Maslin, Esquire?
Yes, I am here, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so this is a request, a continuance request by the appellant or joint?
It's a joint continuance. I'm sorry. I am actually the attorney assigned to this matter, but it would be a joint continuance request, and I'll let Ms. Hahn.
Mr. Rulo, just put your name on record, please.
Michael Rulo on behalf of the city.
Okay, thank you. I just need to know that, so we'll note it as a joint continuance request. Thank you very much.
Before you move on, if we could get this a short date, the reason we're joining in a continuance request is we had requested a subpoena of a recalcitrant witness on the appellant's side, and that was issued too late to serve for this hearing. And we're also going to need a Mandarin Chinese interpreter. So if we could schedule this on either the June 2nd docket would be best, but June 4th if necessary and possible.
What I would ask is that Mr. Ewan, you confer with Mr. Rulo and work with the administrator to schedule the earliest date possible. Also, given that we'll need to secure a Mandarin interpreter, all that has to be done for the date to work. So, Mr. Rulo, please work with Ms. Maslin to get that scheduled as quickly as possible.
And to the extent that either of those dates that Ms. Maslin mentioned are available, we've already conferred, and those dates would work for both of us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's move on.
Turning the board's attention to case number 23, ending in 0129, concerning 8200 Roosevelt Boulevard, FN Sports Bar and Grill. That matter is moot.
Moot. Thank you.
Turning to case number 26, ending in 0036, concerning 3116 Reach Street, appellant Leonor Rios Valentin. That matter is continued, or there's a continuance request that's
Okay, do
unopposed.
we need a Spanish interpreter for this one? Oh, okay, so we'll note that when it's continued.
And then those are all my matters. I believe Mr. Rulo has a few more matters. to read.
Okay, anyone else in the room have any preliminary matters for the record? Yes.
Good afternoon, Amy Skiles on behalf of the city, Skiles. This is for matter 22 HA 2025-004172 at 242 Wharton Street. The appellant is Joseph Arbitman, doing business as Jack's Steaks and Tap Room. Mr. DeMarco has entered on this case. We have reached an agreement. This involved a revocation of a streetery license. The department has agreed to allow the appellant to renew that streetery license as long as they agree to continue abiding by the plans that have been approved by the department.
So the appeal is moot or
Is,
withdrawn? Mr. DeMarco, you present?
Either one, I guess.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
it would be, are you withdrawing your appeal? Because we
Well,
don't need to
we're s-
hear it today if you worked out a settlement.
We're settled. I think I'd say moot, Mr. Chairman, if I may.
I would agree with moot.
Okay, it's a settlement and it's a moot matter.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Witnesses,
Nothing further from me.
Already?
I do have I'm sorry, I do have an additional matter that was
And-
administratively continued.
Oh,
So,
wait, wait,
but I
wait,
didn't
wait,
hear it.
wait. Who's speaking?
Uh,
Wait a
Natalie
minute.
Klisch.
Okay, Ms. Claston, we'll come back to you. I'm only hearing, at this moment, I'm hearing from the City of Philadelphia attorneys. We'll come back to you, Ms. Claston. Okay,
Good afternoon, board members. Alana Larson for the city. This is for appeal number 4, HA 2026-000004, 2021 Valletta Street. I believe the appellant is on Zoom, and this is a joint continuance request, so we can enter into an agreement.
okay, Adbel Cruz, is that the attorney? I'm sorry, the appellant?
Jonathan Stager is the appellant for number 4.
Oh, my apologies. Oh, that address comes up again. Okay. I have it noted as a settlement, but you're indicating that it's something that's
We haven't entered
continuance?
into the agreement yet, so we're going to continue it until
Okay.
we have the assigned agreement.
Okay, so we'd note as continued. Okay. All right, thank you.
And then number 19, HA 2026-00237, 5 West Girard Avenue. I do believe the appellant is in the room. The violations were issued to an LLC and there is no attorney entered.
Okay, sir, if you come forward, have a seat.
And this one, we will need the Spanish interpreter for.
Oh, is the interpreter present?
Yes, labeled as Stephen.
Stephen, sir, would you put your name on the record so you may be sworn?
Yes, my name is Stephen Aubain, last name spelled Aubain, interpreter ID YM288.
Okay, Mr. Aubain, raise your right hand. Do you swear to faithfully translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English concerning this matter?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now what we will do, because the need of the interpreter, as you know, I want you to begin now interpreting everything that's spoken in English. So let's read the matter again.
Okay, or
Administrator.
Yep. This is case number 19, appeal ending 0237.
Este es el caso número 19, apelación que termina en 0237.
Property address 5 West Girard Ave.
La dirección de la propiedad es 5 West Girard Ave.
Appellant Francisco Hernandez, doing business as B&H General Contractor.
Apelante Francisco Hernández, haciendo negocios como VIH, contratista general.
Okay, Mr. Hernandez, raise your right hand to be sworn, please.
Señor Hernández, si puede levantar la mano derecha para que pueda ser jurado.
Sir, do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to help you God?
Usted afirma que el testimonio que dará el día de hoy será la verdad delante de Dios.
Sí, I said.
Yes, I accept.
Thank you. Okay, the first matter is, Mr. Hernandez, because this is a corporate entity, you are required to be represented by a lawyer. Were you aware of that?
Así que solamente para que usted entienda en este caso, como esto es una entidad, como corporación es requerido que usted sea representado por un abogado. ¿Usted sabía eso?
Bueno, no sabía que tenía que traer un abogado, pero si me hubiesen informado, no me informaron que tenía que traer un abogado. Yo vine yo personalmente porque pensé que no era necesario un abogado.
So I wasn't aware that I needed an attorney. I wasn't made aware either that I needed an attorney. That's why I came in person.
Okay, the appeal, the violation notice itself indicates that you should be represented by an attorney. If it's a corporate entity, meaning the violator or the name on the violation is a company, then it must be represented by a lawyer.
Así que en la nota de violación en sí indica que debería estar representado por un abogado como una entidad de corporación, lo que eso significa que el apelante de la violación, es decir, una compañía, tiene que ser representado por un abogado.
Ms. Larson, just to be absolutely clear, is the violation written to a corporate entity?
Yes.
Interpreter.
Y señora Larson, para estar absolutamente claros, esta violación fue escrita para una entidad de corporación y contestó que sí.
Okay, sir, we're going to continue this to a future date to allow you time to hire an attorney to represent you.
Así que, señor, nosotros vamos a continuar este caso para una fecha en el futuro para que le permita a usted tiempo de contratar un abogado para representarlo.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you very much. You're excused.
Y gracias, excusado.
That concludes my business.
Thank you. You're excused.
And we do have one more case for the interpreter, if he could hang on.
Yes, I'll stay on the line.
Okay.
Thank you, members of the board. May it please the board, Leonard F. Reuter for the city of Philadelphia. Number 18, HA 2026-000380 for 525 Siegel Street. In this case, the appellant, there's another one for Siegel, but this one is David Rubin doing business as MDR Development LLC. That matter, the violation was withdrawn as written in error and it can be marked moot.
Moot. Okay, thank you.
Lastly, for me, number 21, and this is the one that Ms. Kleshtorny is here for. HA 2026-0000761221 West Cambria Street. We have agreed to continue this matter, and I believe the board's already administratively continued it.
Yes, you didn't note the appellant.
I'm sorry, the appellant is Cornelius Middleton. It says, now this is, I don't know if we want to clarify this on the record. It says Cornelius Middleton, DBA Loney Engineering and Consulting LLC, but it's actually I think that might be an error in how it's listed. My understanding is that those are Middleton, Mr. Middleton and Loney Engineering are not the same. And I believe Ms. Kleshtorny has actually indicated that she does not represent Loney Engineering, but maybe if you need that clarified now, that's fine.
Yeah, we may. Do we have a separate, I'll check with the administrator. Do we have a separate case for the other matter?
We do not. What was submitted with the appeal lists Looney Engineering Consulting LLC on this letter that was appealed, which is why we did doing business as.
Yeah, the city's violation was issued to both Mr. Middleton and Loney Engineering, and I believe when Mr. Middleton, and Natalie can correct me if I'm wrong, when he filled out the appeal form in this instance, and I think it just got down that he was essentially the same, but my understanding is that they're not actually the same.
Okay.
So,
Ms. Kleshtorny, which entity is your client?
My client is Intensified Solutions.
That's a third name.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Middleton,
You know what?
I believe, is the principal of that.
Unfortunately, the appeal was filed pro se.
Okay.
So I'm not sure why, but I can state affirmatively that Loney Engineering and Intensified Solutions are separate entities. Loney Engineering was the engineer for this project, and I think Mr. Reuter's correct in that the violations were issued as to both Intensified Solutions and Loney Engineering. I'm here on behalf of Intensified Solutions and also Cornelius Middleton, who's the principal of Intensified Solutions.
Okay, and the request at the moment is to continue this matter to a future date, correct?
That's correct.
I believe it was already approved
Yes.
by Mr. Wade.
Yeah, that was an administrative continuance, so.
Yes.
I just make a simple request to the administrator that we could untie this knot between Middleton and Looney.
We can certainly take the name off. The office only put it on there because what was submitted as the appealable document had Looney Engineering and Consulting LLC as the.
Understood. Just for the record, so that we aren't looking for someone who won't be there.
He won't, because I'm
All
here.
right, thank you very much.
All right. May I be excused?
If I understand it correctly, Cornelius Middleton is doing business as Intensified Solutions LLC.
Right.
I think actually Intensified Solutions LLC is in fact an LLC. It's not a fictitious name for Mr. Middleton. He's not
That's
doing-
correct.
He's just the principal. But again, he did this pro se. He didn't really,
Okay,
you know.
all right, thank you. The more we try to clarify, it
Thank
gets
you.
muddier. Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. And that concludes my business. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone else
May I
in
be
the room?
excused as well?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Anyone else in the room with a preliminary matter for the record? Okay, if not, we will go to virtual, and I see two hands raised. Mr. Rulo?
Yes, board members, Michael Rulo on behalf of the city. If I could begin with number 6 on the list, appeal
Okay.
ending 0051 2000 Valletta Street, appellant Abdul Cruz. And I believe he does have counsel who is online now.
Okay, who's representing Adbel Cruz?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, this is Aaron Ron, Board Counsel. I have this marked as continued and granted
Yeah.
already.
Oh, it was,
Mr.
okay, I apologize, it was already handled.
Okay,
We were in
so-
settlement conversation, so I missed that we got this continuance on the record already.
So essentially, that was your request for a continuance?
Yes, there were some other issues, but yes.
Okay, so we'll note it as continued.
And then I had one other that I don't believe was addressed yet, and that is number 27 on the list. But if that was already also continued, please advise. Okay, so that is ending 3394, 533 High Street, appellant Nana Mensa, doing business as 533 H LLC. This was a retaining wall case that was previously brought before the board. I did send an email to the board yesterday. As is often the case, there had to be notices reissued, and there have been additional appeals that have since been filed. I identified those for the board so that this can be rescheduled for a consolidated hearing to have
Yes.
hopefully all of them present.
That matters continue.
Yes, I also don't want to hide the ball on this. There's the possibility that there are a couple other notices and or appeals that could come in before the next hearing. So I did.
Okay, well, you'll be prepared to argue if that shows up, given that this is the second listing?
I will do my best as always, Chairman.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else? I see Miss Lachlan.
Yes, Roses Lachlan for the City of Philadelphia. I will be addressing the 3 Philadelphia Water Department matters today. First, the case listed number 1, appeal ending 4517 regarding 2334 West Harold Street, appellant Charles Wilson. This matter is moot complied.
Thank you.
And then case listed number 2 on today's docket, appeal ending 4568 regarding 2067 West 65th Avenue, appellant Marlene Archie. This matter is moot.
Thank you.
And lastly, case listed number 3 today, appeal ending 0317 regarding 2435 South Phillip Street, appellant Paul Poland. The appellant's attorney made a continuance request. I didn't receive confirmation that it had been approved, but the city does not oppose that request.
Okay, we will note that as continued.
Thank you. And that concludes PWD's matters today.
Thank you. Does anyone else virtually have any matters to be read into the record? Seeing no one's using the raised hand symbol, we will proceed to call remaining cases.
All right, we're going to move to number 7 on the list. This one also requires the Spanish interpreter, and the appellants are in the room. That is going to be appeal ending 4403 for 5900 North 12th Street. Appellant Martin Diaz Lopez, represented by Mr. Henry Marcial Esquire.
Okay, thank you. Sir, if you could take the seat to my right here. If your client's with you, you can just pull up an extra chair next to you.
Chairman,
who's representing the city?
This is Michael Rulo. I'm representing the city. I know that I'm not up there. I believe, as the board observed on Tuesday, I have been having some tremendous issues with my laptop and disconnecting it. So I just ask, under the circumstances, that I be able to stay down here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, given that the attorney for the city is virtual, you can use this chair here. Okay, let's do this because we do have an interpreter required. The interpreter, please identify yourself again, please.
Yes, my name is Stephen Aubin. Last name is spelled Ubain. Interpreter ID YM288.
Okay, sir, given that this is a new case, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear that you will faithfully translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English this matter regarding 5900 North 12th Street?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what I'd like you to do, sir, we will begin as if we hadn't started yet and interpret everything in Spanish going forward, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Please, Administrator.
This is case number 7, appeal ending 4403.
Este es el caso número 7, apelación que termina en 4403.
Property address 5900 North 12th Street.
Y esta es la dirección de propiedad, que es 5900 Norte 12 Calle.
Appellant Martin Diaz Lopez, represented by Henry Marcial Esquire.
Apelante Martín Díaz López, representado por Henry Marcial Esquire.
Just one matter for clarification. The record indicates this Martin de Jesus Diaz Lopez. Is that two different people or we're all one person? I need this interpreter.
Y para el propósito de clarificación, el registro indica que Martín de Jesús Díaz López, esos son dos diferentes personas. Este es solamente para clarificar.
Eso es mi cliente. That is my client.
All the 4 names are his.
Yes.
Okay.
Así que todos los 4 nombres son de él.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Rulo.
Yes.
You have any witnesses for today?
I do. I have Mr. Bowie, who is from the health department, and he is online virtually.
Okay.
Así que tenemos al señor Bowie como un testigo, que él es del Departamento de Salud, él está aquí virtualmente.
Okay, Mr. Bowie, if you raise your right hand to be sworn, sir.
Yes.
Y el señor Bowie va a hacer la juración.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Y el señor Bowie aceptó la juración.
Okay, place your hand down. Before we get started, what I'd ask is that all of you just be aware that we have an interpreter, so just be patient and give short statements so that the interpreter can keep up with us.
Así que antes de proceder, solamente le pido que todos tengan en mente que tenemos un intérprete, así de ser paciente, hacer declaraciones cortas y dejar que el intérprete pueda estar al mismo paso que nosotros.
Okay, Mr. Rulo, let's begin.
Yes, board
Comenzamos con el
members.
señor Rulo. Go ahead.
This matter concerns a denial of a tobacco retailer permit from 2020.
Así que empezamos con este caso que se trata acerca de una negación de un permiso de un vendedor de tabaco en un permiso de 2020.
The basis of that denial was due to 3 incidents over a less than a year period of sale to a minor or without checking ID.
La base de esa negación es debido a 3 incidentes en un plazo de un año, un periodo de un año de una venta a menor sin chequear identificación.
And in this instance, 2 of those 3 code violation notices were not appealed to the board, to OAR.
Y en esta instancia, 2 de esas 3 violaciones de código y esas notas no fueron apeladas a la Junta o al OAR.
And the record will show that one of them actually was appealed, but the appellant was found liable.
Y el registro puede demostrar que una de ellas fue apelada y el apelante fue encontrado responsable.
And so while this is famous last words for an attorney, I do believe that this is a fairly straightforward case of where that denial was clearly justified.
Y como las últimas palabras del abogado, quiero decir que este caso es bastante directo acerca de la negación y es claramente justificada.
And with that, I would turn to the city's witness.
Y con eso se lo pasamos al testigo de la ciudad.
Mr. Bowie,
proceed.
what is your... I'm sorry, was there someone?
No, 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 please proceed.
Mr. Bowie, what is your position with the city of Philadelphia?
Señor Bowie, ¿cuál es su posición con la ciudad de Filadelfia?
You're on mute.
I am the program manager for environmental engineering and food protection.
Así que yo soy manejador de programa de esta ingeniería de ambiente y protección de alimentos.
And what are your responsibilities in that position?
¿Cuáles son sus responsabilidades en esa posición?
In relation to this case, I oversee the tobacco unit for the environmental health services.
Así que en relación a este caso, yo manejo la unidad de tabaco en los servicios de salud del medio ambiente.
And are you familiar with the business located at 5900 North 12th Street?
¿Y usted
Yes.
está familiarizado con el negocio ubicado en la 5900 Norte 12th Street? Contestó que sí.
Yes.
Sí.
And have you had an opportunity to review the health records for that business?
¿Y ha tenido una oportunidad para repasar los registros de salud en ese negocio?
Yes.
Sí.
And board members, if I can share my screen now.
Yes, please.
Va a compartir la pantalla.
Can you see what's been displayed on the screen as City Exhibit A?
Puede ver lo que está puesto en la pantalla como evidencia de la ciudad número A.
It's very small on my screen, but yes.
Let me
Board
see if I...
members, might I ask that he increase the size?
Yes.
Can
Mr.
you see
Rulo,
the-
if you could increase the size of that image, please?
Yeah, can you see it better now? Let me see if I can adjust my screen.
Yes. It's a bit narrow, so if you could widen it out to fill the screen would be helpful. Yeah, but they couldn't see it either.
Board members, can you see this better now?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Bowie, what is this document?
Señor Bowie, ¿cuál es este documento?
It is the denial of renewal application for 2021 tobacco retailer permit.
Esta es la negación de la solicitud de renovar del 2021 para el permiso de vender tabaco.
And what's the date of this document?
¿Cuál es la fecha de este documento?
December the 1st, 2020.
Diciembre 1 del 2020.
And can you roughly, we'll get into some of the code violation notices in a second, but can you explain what is set forth here in terms of the reason for the denial?
Así que si usted nos puede decir, y vamos a llegar a la nota de violación en un segundo, pero si nos puede decir lo que está establecido de la razón de la negación.
The reason for the denial is three sales to minors.
La razón,
In addition to sales without an ID.
La razón de la negación son 3 ventas a menores, en adición, ventas sin identificación.
And board members, just for the record, I do want to note that there are 4 incidents noted here. I've highlighted one incident from 2019. The city is not going to proceed with that code violation notice.
Y para los miembros de la Junta, solamente para el registro quería notar que hay 4 incidentes notados aquí. He subrayado un incidente que ocurrió en el 2019. La ciudad no va a proceder con la nota de violación de código para esa.
And Mr. Bowie, can you describe what the process is for the department in general, how it approaches these investigations?
Y señor Bui, si nos puede describir cuál es el proceso del departamento en general de cómo aborda estas investigaciones.
Yeah, the state sends out an adult and a minor to go to food establishments throughout the city of Philadelphia, and they purchased or attempt to purchase tobacco products. And once those tobacco products are purchased, they send us a survey, and our unit goes out and issues the tickets, code violation notices.
Así que el Estado envía un adulto y un menor a un establecimiento de comidas y eso a través de la ciudad de Filadelfia, y ellos van y hacen una compra o intentan hacer una compra de productos de tabaco. Ya tan cuando esos productos de tabaco son comprados, ahí nos envían una encuesta a nuestra unidad, y ahí nosotros enviamos una multa y una llamada nota de violación.
And I'm going to move now to what has been preliminarily marked as City Exhibit B.
Y ahora voy a proceder como está marcado la evidencia de la ciudad, letra B.
Mr. Bowie, what are these documents that are shown on the screen?
Señor Bui, señor Bui, ¿cuáles son estos documentos que están en la pantalla?
These are code violation notices.
Estos son notas de violación de código.
And what are the date of these notices?
¿Cuáles son las fechas de estas notas?
The dates are April the 11th, 2019. On both
La fecha es abril 11 del 2019 en ambos.
And what are the 2 violations that are cited on these?
¿Cuáles son las 2 violaciones que fueron citadas aquí?
Tobacco sale without an ID and tobacco sale to a minor.
Venta de tabaco sin identificación y venta de tabaco a un menor.
And are you aware of any appeal that was filed to the Office of Administrative Review of these?
¿Y usted está al tanto de alguna apelación que fue sometida a la oficina de administradores para el repaso de estos?
No, we are not aware of any appeal for these tickets.
No, no estoy al tanto de alguna apelación para estos tickets.
Oh, excuse me, board members. Is this no longer displaying for you?
In the attachment.
I'm sorry, my computer is a bit of a mess. 1 second, please.
Yes.
Un momento en lo que arreglan la pantalla.
I apologize for the delay. And just for the record, this is also part of what was designated City Exhibit B.
Y solamente para el registro, esto también es parte de lo que fue designado como evidencia de la ciudad, letra B.
Mr. Bowie, what is displayed on the screen here?
Señor Bui, ¿qué es lo que podemos ver en la pantalla aquí?
These are code violation notices.
Estos son notas de violación a código.
And what are the dates of these notices?
¿Cuáles son las fechas de estas notas?
8/21/2019. On both.
8/21 del 2019 en ambos.
And what were cited in each of these notices?
¿Y qué fue citado en ambas notas?
Tobacco sale without an ID and tobacco sale to a minor.
Venta de tabaco sin identificación y venta de tabaco a menor.
And are you aware of any appeal that was filed to the Office of Administrative Review for this one?
¿Usted está al tanto de alguna apelación que fue sometida a el repaso administrativo, a la oficina de repaso administrativo para estas?
Yes, they had a hearing and they were found liable.
Sí, tuvieron una audiencia y fueron encontrados responsables.
And board members, just as a reminder, this is the third page of Exhibit B, and we will not be entering this. This is the one that the city's not proceeding on.
Y miembros de la
Just-
Junta.
Wait. Please identify the violation number for the record, please.
It is 6-2. Do you want to translate that first?
Sí, así que miembro de la Junta, esta es la tercera porción de la evidencia B y esta no va a ser sometida como evidencia para este procedimiento de la ciudad y van a identificar el número de violación, el registro.
So the city is not relying on code violation notice 623-6797-0.
Así que la ciudad no está dependiendo de esta nota de violación de código, el 623-6797, línea 0.
Nor 623-679-6-6.
Ni el 623-6796, línea 6.
I'm now moving to the next page. Inspector Bowie, what is this document? Mr. Bowie, excuse me.
Y ahora yendo para la próxima página, Inspector Bui, ¿qué es este documento?
Code violation notice.
Una nota de violación de código.
And what is the date of this notice?
¿Cuál es la fecha de esta nota?
January 8th, 2020.
Enero 8 de 2020.
And what was cited on this code violation notice?
¿Qué fue citado en esta nota de violación de código?
Tobacco sale to a minor.
Venta de tabaco a un menor.
And so it was the basis of those three incidents that we've talked about that led to the denial of the renewal, correct?
Fue la
Yes.
base de esos tres incidentes que nosotros discutimos que le dirigió a usted la negación de la renovación. ¿Eso es correcto?
Yes.
Y sí.
And I would reserve some time for redirect, but that does for my direct of Mr. Bowie.
Okay, any cross-examination?
I do have a couple of questions,
Yes.
sir.
Así que ahora vamos a ir para examinación de cruce o
Mr.
preguntas.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Bowie,
Yes.
when you send out teams, I had a couple of questions about that. You said you send out a team that consists of a minor and an adult.
Así que,
no.
señor Bui, cuando usted envía equipos, tengo preguntas acerca de eso. Usted dice que envía equipos que son un adulto y un menor.
If we could move the microphone closer, I'm having a lot of trouble hearing.
Yeah, me too.
Right. Can
Just
you hear
one-
me? Can
Is
you hear me
the
better?
green light on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
All
on.
right. Yeah, these microphones are very weak, so unfortunately.
Mr. Rulo, can you hear me better now?
I can.
Okay. Mr. Bowie, when you send out a team of investigators, you said you send out an adult and a minor, correct?
Señor Bui, cuando usted envía un equipo de investigadores, usted dice que envía un adulto y un menor. ¿Eso es correcto?
No, the city does not, the Philadelphia Health Department does not send anybody out. This is a state agency that sends the investigators out.
Así que la ciudad no lo envía el Departamento de Salud de Filadelfia, no envía a esa persona, una agencia estatal, son los que envían los investigadores.
What state agency is that?
¿Qué agencia estatal es esa?
I don't have that information on me right now.
No tengo esa información conmigo ahora mismo.
Does a health department supervisor accompany them?
I'm just going to object on the relevance of that. I think that we're not here to decide kind of the process that led to these code violation notices, nor whether they were correct. That was the opportunity before OAR.
Así que la primera pregunta fue que si el Departamento de Salud envía un supervisor para que lo acompañe, hubo una posición debido a relevancia que nosotros no estamos aquí para tratar de decidir qué tipo de proceso dirigió a esas notas de violación de código, ni estamos aquí para corregirlas. Eso fue una oportunidad delante del OAR.
I will sustain the objection, so we can move on.
Así que voy a sostener la oposición y podemos proceder.
Members of the board, Section 9103 of the Philadelphia Code includes the opportunity to correct a problem.
Así
Clearly,
que
there were- oh,
miembros
sorry,
de la
I
Junta,
apologize.
miembros de la Junta, sección 9103 del Código de Filadelfia incluye oportunidades para corregir problemas.
Clearly, there were violations. We're not contesting the evidence the city has presented. What we are saying is, no opportunity was provided for Mr. Diaz to teach his staff what to do. The violations come quick, they come fast, and they come in a multitude. So the minute you get one, you're automatically blocked. You're automatically disadvantaged, and you can't proceed on any future activity.
Okay, Mr.
Así-
Marcel, that process, that approach is really for the appeal to the administrative board. That's where those arguments should be made.
Así que,
And he
clara-
did do that at least once.
Así que claramente hubieron violaciones y no estamos negando la evidencia que la ciudad proveyó. Lo que estamos diciendo es que no hubo oportunidad para que el señor Díaz le pudiera enseñar a sus trabajadores. Las violaciones vinieron rápido y vinieron varias. Así que de un minuto a un minuto automáticamente ya lo bloquearon. Así que automáticamente hubo una desventaja y no podía proceder con actividades en el futuro. Así que contestó para atrás que este proceso se trata de la apelación a la Junta Administrativa y ahí es cuando esos argumentos se debieron de haber hecho.
I have no further questions for this witness.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Rulo, do you have any redirect or additional witnesses?
Y señor Rulo, ¿tiene alguna otra pregunta de redirección o algún testigo adicional?
I do have a very quick redirect.
Tengo una pregunta de redirección.
Mr. Bowie, am I correct that the reason the city is not proceeding on one of those code violation notices is because the appellant succeeded in applying and going before the board on that one?
Así que, señor Bowie, ¿no es cierto que una de las razones por la cual la ciudad no está procediendo con una de esas notas de violación de código fue debido a que el apelante tuvo éxito en aplicar y ir delante de la Junta para una de ellas?
Yes, the November the 30th, 2019 code violations were they were dismissed. They had a hearing and it was dismissed January 30th of 2020.
Sí, en noviembre 30 de 2019, esas violaciones de código fueron retiradas en una audiencia que se llevó a cabo en enero 30 de 2020.
So they did get the opportunity and exercise that opportunity to go through those appeals.
Así que sí se le dio la oportunidad y ellos ejercieron la oportunidad de ir a través de esas apelaciones.
Yes.
Sí.
That does it for my redirect.
Thank you.
Y eso es
Anything
todo
else?
con la redirección.
Mr. Markel?
Not of Mr. Bowie.
Okay, thank you. All right, then, I believe that was your final witness, Mr. Rulo?
That's correct.
Así que ese fue el último testigo del señor Rulo.
Okay. Mr. Markel, your opportunity to place witnesses.
My
Call
only
witnesses.
witness is the store owner, Mr. Diaz himself.
Okay. Mr. Diaz, would you,
Así que ahora le vamos a dar la oportunidad al señor Markel para que le haga preguntas a sus testigos y el testigo del señor Markel es el dueño del negocio y el señor Díaz.
I don't, has he been sworn? I don't think he's been sworn.
No, he hasn't been sworn
Sir,
yet.
you
Will
raise your right hand to be sworn, please.
Y señor, si puede levantar la mano derecha para que lo puedan jurar.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to help you God?
Usted jura y afirma que el testimonio que dará el día de hoy será la verdad delante de Dios.
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Puede
Mr.
proceder.
Mr. Diaz, please state your name and age for the record.
Señor Díaz, si puede dar su nombre y edad para el registro.
Martín de Jesús Díaz López, edad 71 años.
Mr. Diaz,
Martin de Jesus Díaz López, age 71 years old.
I'm sorry, board. I'm jumping because I also speak Spanish and I get in front of my
Okay,
I apologize.
no problem.
Could you please give your address to the board?
¿Puede dar su dirección para la Junta?
3858 Norte de la 10 Street, Filadelfia, Pensilvania, 19140.
So
Mr.
it's 3858 North 10th Street, Philadelphia, 19140.
Mr. Diaz, please give the location of your store.
Señor Díaz, si puede dar la ubicación de la tienda.
5900 Norte de la 12 Street, Filadelfia, Pensilvania, 19141.
It's 5900 North 12th Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19141.
Mr. Diaz, how long have you operated the bodega or small grocery store at that location?
Señor Díaz, ¿por cuánto tiempo usted ha operado la bodega o la tienda pequeña en esa ubicación?
Por 23 años.
23 years.
Mr. Rulo, can you still hear me?
I can.
Mr. Diaz, is this the first time you've had your permit revoked for any reason or any of your licenses or permits revoked?
Y señor Díaz, esta es la primera vez que usted ha tenido uno de sus permisos o licencias revocados o quitados.
Sí,
Board
señor.
members, I'm just going to note an objection for the record. I want to give due process here, but I don't understand what this history has to do in terms of relevance to whether or not these three incidents occurred.
Okay, there's an objection. Any response, sir, Mr. Markel?
This has to do with relevance. We are now 6 years post. All this happened between 2019 and 2020. He's trying to recover his license. The code clearly has provisions for him to recover his license.
Okay, just shorten it so he can,
We are here to accomplish that task.
but let's stop, let the interpreter catch up.
Así que hubo una posición debido a que quieren entender cuál es la razón de este historial y la relevancia a el caso y contestó que esto es relevante porque todo esto sucedió entre el 2019 al 2020, hace 6 años atrás.
May I proceed?
Yes.
Well, if I may, just for the record very quickly, it sounds as though we're getting into issues about whether or not he can get his license back, but we're not here to talk about that. We're talking about whether or not this denial back in 2021 was correct. So if we're extending the record to whether or
Okay,
not he
Mr.
can get
Rulo,
it.
Mr. Rulo, Mr.
Yep.
Rulo.
Good.
Así que solamente para registro rapidito, lo que suena es que estamos tratando de entrar a el tema de que si sí o no puede, se le puede regresar su licencia para atrás. Pero no estamos hablando acerca de eso. Estamos hablando acerca de que si la negación estuvo correcta en el 2021.
Okay, the objection was based on the relevance of the line of questioning, so if you could shortly respond to that.
Así que la oposición fue a base de la irrelevancia en la línea de preguntas. Así que sí puede responder a eso.
We are 6 years post. This is the path to recovering the license, or a path to recovering the license. We understand that according to the code, he's not allowed to get the license back immediately.
Así que esto fue hace 6 años atrás y ya estamos en un camino, esto es un camino de recuperación de la licencia y nosotros entendemos que de acuerdo a lo que dice el código, no se le permite que le regresen la licencia para atrás inmediatamente.
But we still need the board approval to go forward.
Pero todavía necesitamos la aprobación de la Junta para proceder.
I don't. Wait, Mr. Brulo. I think the issue here, though, and I'm trying to be succinct as possible, is that the issues that you've asked of your client, whether those matters are relevant to our decision as to whether the health department acted appropriately. That's the issue.
Así que lo que veo que es el problema es que, y estoy tratando de ser sucinto lo más posible, pero el tema que acerca de su cliente es que si en este caso es relevante para la decisión o no, y si el Departamento de Salud actúa apropiadamente.
Okay, so I guess in order so we don't get into protracted argument on the objection, I will sustain the objection and ask that you move forward with your questioning of your client. But I do want to hear one thing. This is a very old case. I'm just curious as to why it's lingering so long.
Así que en orden para proceder con este proyecto y para el argumento de la oposición, voy a sostener la oposición y vamos a proceder. Y algo que sí quiero oír es, este es un caso que es bastante antiguo y estoy curioso saber por qué se ha tomado tanto tiempo.
Sir, I can't answer what the process or administrative procedures have been since my client filed his original appeal back in 2001. I was not brought into this case until January of this year.
Okay.
Así que no puedo contestar cuál ha sido el proceso de los procedimientos administrativos desde que mi cliente sometió la apelación original desde el 2021. Pero se me trajo este caso a mí el principio de enero de este año.
Thank you. You proceed.
Mr. Diaz, very shortly, is it economically feasible for you to continue operating your store without the tobacco sales license?
Así que, señor Díaz, y en corto, en breve, usted puede continuar operando esta tienda económicamente, es posible sin la venta de tabaco.
Objection relevance.
Y oposición oposición.
There's an objection for relevance.
Sí que hay una oposición para relevancia.
Okay, the objection is regarding relevance, and I guess, sir, any response to that objection before I rule?
It is relevant to the ability to renew. Okay, he filed a renewal. We're here to ask that the renewal be allowed after such a lengthy period of time. If this were 2022, I probably wouldn't be making this argument because it would have been within the 24 to 36 month period where, according to the code, you have to wait. It's a penalty. You pay a penalty. You violated the code, you paid your penalty, and the penalty is time.
Así
That time is gone.
Okay, let's get the interpreter.
La oposición fue debido a pertinencia y si se le puede explicar que cuando sometieron la renovación habían permitido, eso le da un periodo de tiempo y esto si hubiera sido desde el 2022, ahí yo probablemente no estuviera haciendo este argumento, porque cae entre ese periodo de tiempo de 24 a 36 meses, de acuerdo al código, pero ya él ha esperado y esa es la penalidad. Uno espera, y toma ese tiempo de espera, si uno viola un código, y esa es la penalidad y el tiempo.
Mr. Rulo, would you respond? Because I'm a little unclear as to whether there's a timeout period, for instance, for anyone who's found to have violated the rules, for them to reapply it after the extended period of not having sales license?
Así
Is
que
that in
sí,
existence? Does that exist in the code?
sí, señor Rulo, sí puede responder, porque no estoy claro si hay un periodo de tiempo que tiene que esperar en una instancia como esta, que si viola alguna de las reglas, si hay un tiempo de espera adecuado para poder resolicitar.
I'm not entirely sure of what section of the code or regulation is being referenced either. I'll let the interpreter say this and then I have something else.
Así que no estoy completamente seguro si hay una sección en el código o en las regulaciones que hace referencia a esto también.
But the length of time that has passed since this occurred has no bearing on whether or not the administrative action the department took in 2021 was correct.
Pero el tiempo que ha pasado desde que esto ocurrió no tiene peso cuando se trata de que si sí o no la acción administrativa que el departamento tomó en el 2021 fue correcta.
And I'm unaware of anything that's preventing the appellant from applying for a new tobacco retailer permit to go through that process.
Y no estoy al tanto si hay algo que está preveniendo al apelante de solicitar para un nuevo permiso de venta de tabaco, y si él ha ido a través de ese proceso.
Let's do this. The argument that the objection rather noted by Mr. Rulo regarding the relevance of the economic impact of the license suspension. I will sustain that objection and ask that you would proceed on based on the information I've heard thus far.
Así que la oposición que fue está acerca de la pertinencia cuando se trata del impacto económico de la licencia, de la suspensión de la licencia. Yo voy a sostener esa posición y si puede proceder a base de la información que hemos oído hasta ahora.
Just to answer Mr. Rulo's initial, just so he knows what sections of the code I'm referring to. The initial enforcement penalties, basically in this situation, would be held under Section 9, 622, subsection 6, subsection E, subsection .2, where you're informed to cease sales for anywhere from a few days to a year.
Así que solamente para contestar la pregunta inicial del señor Rulo, las secciones del código que me estoy refiriendo, y estas son las penalidades de enforzamiento inicial, básicamente en esta situación, están bajo la sección 9, 622, subsección 6, subsección E, subsección 4, and you said it was subsection 6, subsection...
Punto 2.
Punto 2. Okay, so subsection punto 2.
The second part of the enforcement and renewal guidelines would be found under Section 9-631, subsection 3, subsection C, subsection .2.
La segunda parte del enforzamiento, los reglamentos de renovación están encontrados en la sección 9, guión 631, subsección 3, subsección C, subsección 2.2.
And that section says that if a license has been revoked under certain conditions, that you can apply for a new license for 36 months.
Y esa sección dice que si una licencia ha sido revocada bajo ciertas condiciones, no puede solicitar para una nueva licencia por lo menos 36 meses.
But the issue here is that today's hearing is to determine whether or not the license was properly revoked in 2019.
Unfortunately,
That's, I
Pero
mean, that's essentially what we have to decide today.
I understand, but because it's 6 years now, my client's been prejudiced. If we had determined this in
Well-
2022,
Okay, that's a different argument.
okay,
Okay,
Así que-
I'm sorry, I didn't let the interpreter continue.
it's my bad too, I keep doing that.
El tema de la audiencia el día de hoy es determinar si no es para. In one moment, please, while I gather my notes.
If you want me to repeat, I can.
Así que el tema de esta audiencia fue que si sí o no la licencia fue apropiadamente revocada en el 2019. Desafortunadamente, esencialmente lo que estamos tratando de decidir el día de hoy, ha pasado 6 años ya y si hubieran hecho esta audiencia en ese tiempo, hubiera sido otra cosa, pero eh, siento que en mi cliente hay algún prejuicio en contra de porque han pasado tantos años desde el 2022 y es un diferente argumento. You can proceed.
Okay.
Mr. Marcial,
Yes, sir.
I'm a little confused.
Y señor Maciel, estoy un poco confundido.
If this letter is dated December 1, 2020, and under one provision of the code, you can't reapply for 2 years, and under another, or 24 months, and under the other provision, you can't apply for 36 months. So that would have been December 2023. Has your client applied for a new license to sell tobacco in January of 2024?
Let's hear from
Así que en esta nota fue la fecha de diciembre 1 del 2020 y bajo las provisiones del código, la primera dice que no puede solicitar o resolicitar por 2 años. En la otra dice 24 meses y bajo la otra provisión dice que no puede resolicitar bajo antes de 36 meses. Ya para el diciembre de 2023 su cliente sometió o resometió para una nueva licencia para vender tabaco en enero de 2024.
My client did not do that for two main reasons. Number one, he doesn't use the internet. So he doesn't have access to the code and to the provisions such as we do. And quite honestly, it's still a little difficult to nail this down because, like you said, there are inconsistencies in the code. Is it 24 months? Is it 36 months? And also the information split between L&I and the health department. So you actually have to go to two different locations to figure out what enforcement is applicable under the facts.
Así que mi cliente no lo sometió por 2 razones principales. La primera es que él no utiliza el internet, así que él no tenía acceso a el código y las provisiones como nosotros las tenemos y en sí se hace difícil porque hay inconsistencias con el código. Si es 24 meses o 36 meses, la información está dividida entre el Departamento de Salud y el Departamento de Licencia e Inspecciones. Así que hay 2 diferentes ubicaciones que tú tuvieras que tratar de averiguar para poder resolicitar.
And I'll finish. Aside from his lack of ability to use a computer and the internet in that capacity, he also has the language barrier. So technically speaking, if it's not sent to him in the mail, he doesn't necessarily know what the procedure is other than what limited explanation might be in that violation or that notice.
Así que
Hence why he hired me recently.
Además de la falta de habilidad de utilizar la computadora, el internet en esta capacidad, también hay una barrera de lenguaje, y técnicamente hablando, si no se le fue enviado por correo postal, él no necesariamente sabe cuál es el procedimiento, es limitado en la explicación de la nota de violación, por eso fue que me contrató a mí.
Mr. Marcial.
Yes, sir.
If I understand this correctly, I don't know that we as a board have a remedy that would resolve the appeal because your client has the right today to get a license to sell tobacco in as much as the revocation period in both instances in the letter, 12 months, 24 months and 36 months has expired. So I would assume that he could go in tomorrow and apply for a retail tobacco sales license and presumably not be denied. Now, Mr. Rouleau, I'll let you comment on my observation.
Así que, señor Marcel, si mi entendimiento es correcto acerca de esta situación, la Junta no tiene un remedio para resolver esta apelación porque el cliente desde la fecha de hoy, puede ir y adquirir o solicitar para una licencia para vender tabaco, porque el periodo de tiempo en todos los instantes de las notas ya han pasado los 12 meses, 24 meses y los 36 meses ya se han vencido. Así que yo puedo asumir que él pudiera ir mañana y solicitar para una aplicación de venta de tabaco. Eso se lo podemos ahora pasar al señor Rulo para que pueda dar comentarios en esa observación.
My understanding is that they can go apply for that permit. However, since it is no longer a renewal, they would be subject to the standard reviews for density, proximity to school, other things like that. But I'm hesitant to get into that because now we're talking about a hypothetical that would still be subject to administrative review. And if they don't like the outcome, would be subject to an appeal right itself.
Así que para mi entendimiento, él sí puede ir y aplicar para el permiso, pero como ya esto no es una renovación, él es sujeto a un repaso estándar, sea de densidad, cuán cerca está de la escuela y cosas así. Y no quiero entrar tanto en eso porque esto es un hipotético y eso todavía sería sujeto a un repaso administrativo y si a ellos no les gustan los resultados, ahí están sujetos para hacer una apelación en sí.
What I'd like to do, this whole discussion began with this objection by Mr. Rulo. And so I believe we're at a point now where we've discussed it. I want to sustain that objection and ask you to continue on your questioning your client if you'd like.
Yes, we kind of went off in various directions.
Así que esta discusión comenzó con la oposición del señor Rulo y yo creo que ya llegamos a un punto donde lo hemos discutido. Ahora quiero sostener esa oposición y se puede proceder con las preguntas que le va a hacer a su cliente.
Okay. I just don't want to say anything before. Oh,
My apologies. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to do anything without your permission.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Then I'm going to quickly wrap up the testimony of Mr. Diaz and move forward with my closings. And I'm assuming Mr. Rulo has his closing as well.
Así que yo voy a continuar con los testimonios del señor Díaz y proceder con el cierre. Y asumo que también el señor Rulo tiene un argumento de cierre también.
Mr. Diaz, did you understand the discussion we just had?
Señor Díaz, ¿usted entendió la discusión que acabamos de tener?
Sí.
Yes.
In English. My final few questions for you. Do
Mi-
you
Go ahead with your questions, please.
Okay, do you desire to render this proceeding moot and file a new application, or is it more advantageous to you to have the board render a decision allowing you to renew your old application?
I'm sorry, I need to object because it's relevance, and it also seems like it's calling for a legal conclusion as to what is the better outcome.
Así que primero le voy a leer lo que es la pregunta, así que le están preguntando a usted si quiere proceder a mover esta audiencia porque si quiere someter una nueva solicitud. Y hubo una oposición a esa pregunta debido de que la pertinencia sí está llamando para una conclusión legal, para un mejor resultado.
Objection sustained. Let's move on.
Sí que la oposición fue sostenida. Vamos a continuar.
At this stage, board members, my arguments become legal, and I no longer refer to any pertinent information from Mr. Diaz, so I'm going to rest. If Mr. Rulo has questions for Mr. Diaz, please.
I do not.
Así que en estos momentos ya mis argumentos se convierten legales, así que en referencia a el señor Díaz, entonces vamos a descansar con mi parte y le paso al señor Rulo para que si tiene alguna pregunta del señor Díaz y él contestó que no tiene.
Mr. Marcel, do you have any additional witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
We'll call on final argument later. I just want to see if you have any witnesses.
The way his store is set up, if I could have brought in something to show that they tried to do IDs or.
Okay, well, no. My question was, do you have any additional witnesses? I guess the answer is no. Okay. All right. Let's do this then. I think Mr. Rulo is arrested. He's put on his case and has submitted his evidence. So what I would invite both counsel to do is if you have any final argument, short argument, please do so. We'll hear from Mr. Marcel, then we'll hear from Mr. Rulo. Just please acknowledge the interpreter. Let him cut in appropriately.
Yes, sir.
Así que el señor Rulo ya ha puesto su caso y ha sometido su evidencia. Así que le invitamos a ambos abogados que así puedan dar su argumento final, que sean argumentos cortos. Y vamos a escuchar del señor Marcel primero.
First, I would like to say I have no objections to the city's exhibits or testimony as they were presented.
Así que primeramente no tengo oposición a las evidencias proveídas por la ciudad o el testimonio que fue presentado.
And my arguments are simple. The issue here becomes an issue of grandfathering. The license Mr. Diaz had was a long-standing license for many years. The rules over that period of time have changed significantly over that same number of years. So
Así
over
que
20 years. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mi argumento es sencillo. El tema aquí se trata de un tema de derechos adquiridos. La licencia que el señor Díaz tiene es una licencia de largo plazo que ha tenido por varios años y ese periodo de tiempo ha cambiado significativamente.
As I stated, Mr. Diaz is not up to speed in terms of the procedural aspects of appeals, city government, L&I. He does not have access to internet. He will sit and wait until somebody tells him, okay, this is your next step. And if that doesn't come in a piece of paper that he can either bring to me to translate or in Spanish that he can read himself effectively, then it doesn't happen. We have no idea why this matter was so delayed.
Así que cuando se trata del señor Díaz, él no está al tanto de los términos de procedimiento en estas apelaciones de la ciudad, y también con la Junta de Licencia e Inspección. Él no tiene acceso a Internet y él esperará hasta que alguien o se lo diga o cuáles son los próximos pasos, si no provienen de un papel. Así que o si no me lo traen a mí para que yo se lo pueda traducir a él en español, y que él lo pueda leer efectivamente.
And that is how Mr. Diaz has been prejudiced. It is our belief that this board actually does have the power, after this extended period of time, to turn around and allow his existing license or his pre-license to be renewed. The penalty's been paid. He hasn't sold tobacco products in over 6 years now.
Y esa es la manera de cómo ha habido prejuicio en contra del señor Díaz. Y nosotros creemos que esta junta en sí tiene el poder para, después de este periodo de tiempo extendido, de permitir que él tenga esta licencia que ya existe y que pueda ser renovada. Ya la penalidad ha sido paga, y él no ha vendido productos de tabaco en más de 6 años.
And the truth of the matter is, even if all he took was a 30% hit in his store's economics, imagine what each one of you would be thinking if you took a 30% hit in your personal economics. The man is 71 years old, has been there for 24 years, and has had to get a second job to hold things together.
Así que el hecho del caso es que aún viendo que él tomó 30% de pérdida en la economía de su tienda, imagínese usted si toma un 30% de caída en su economía personal. Este señor tiene 71 años, él ha estado ahí por 24 años y él ha tenido que conseguir un segundo trabajo para poder continuar con sus cosas.
At the end of the day, it's slow death on the vine otherwise. And then you lose one of the only stores in that neighborhood. That neighborhood is devoid of any other stores, any other bodegas. It's almost a little desert in and of itself. And he's actually an important community member and provides a service to that locale.
Así que al final del día esto es como una muerte lenta y perderían una de las únicas tiendas en esa vecindad y la vecindad ahora no hay muchas bodegas que existen, es como un desierto en sí. Así que algo muy importante para los miembros de la comunidad.
And that's aside from the fact that he's trying to pay his own way and probably has a couple of, well, it does, I shouldn't say probably, has a couple of employees that he's taking care of as well.
Y eso aparte del hecho que él está tratando de pagar sus propias cosas y él tiene sus empleados también que tiene que cuidar de ellos también.
With that, I'll rest.
Thank you. Mr. Rulo?
Very briefly, there's a discrete administrative action that we're here for. And the question is, did those 3 incidents in a 24-year period happen? And was the administrative action correct? And the answer to that question is yes.
Así que brevemente hubo una acción administrativa discreta que para eso estamos aquí. Y la pregunta fue que si esos 3 incidentes entre un periodo de tiempo de 24, the interpreter requires clarification. Incidents that were between 2 and 4 years.
2-year period.
2 years. Okay. Y los 3 incidentes que fueron a través de un periodo de 2 años, si la acción administrativa fue correcta, y la contestación a esa pregunta es que sí.
The additional arguments that are being raised are touching on equity, due process, and other matters, which even if I agreed and everyone on this Zoom agreed, this board unfortunately doesn't have the authority to provide that relief.
Y los argumentos adicionales que fueron traídos a la atención fueron acerca de equidad o proceso debido en otros casos, Pero y aunque nosotros estuviéramos de acuerdo con lo que fue dicho y todos los que estuvieran en el Zoom estuvieran de acuerdo, esta junta desafortunadamente no tiene la autoridad para proveer ese alivio.
Concepts of fairness and equity cannot undo a validly executed administrative action.
Así que conceptos de que es justo o equidad no pueden como deshacer de la validad ejecutada por la acción administrativa.
At least as it relates to appearing in front of this board, and with that, I'll rest.
Por lo menos cuando se relaciona con la apariencia delante de esta junta. Y con eso termino.
Thank you. We will, Mr. Rubio, Mr. Rulo, I assume you were done. You completed your argument, final?
I am.
All right, thank you. We're going to take a short executive session and come back and vote on the record. Thank you very much.
We should stay.
Yes, please remain. We'll be back shortly.
Así que muchas gracias. Regresamos al registro.
Give me a moment. Okay. We're prepared to poll the board regarding HA 2020-004403.
Así que estamos preparándonos para tomar el voto de la Junta acerca de H2020-004403.
5900 North 12th Street.
5900 Norte 12 Calle.
Martin de Jesus Diaz Lopez.
Martín de Jesús Díaz López.
City affirmed.
Afirmado por la ciudad.
Appeal sustained.
Apelación sostenida. Apelación sostenida.
City affirmed.
Ciudad afirmado.
Appeal sustained.
Apelación sostenida.
Appeal sustained.
Apelación sostenida.
Okay, the majority vote is appeal sustained. Thank you everyone for your participation and the witnesses are excused. That concludes this matter.
Así que la mayoría de los votos fueron sostener la apelación. Así que gracias a todos por la participación y los testigos son excusados.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Have a
Thank
good
you,
evening.
members of the board.
Yep. Let's call our next matter.
And that concludes all of our Spanish interpreter cases. Sorry. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you for using the service interpreter disconnecting.
We are moving to number 24 on the list today, appeal ending 1466 for 2704 through 24 Diamond Street, appellant Anthony Thrones.
Been there all day.
Where's he at? Anthony Thrones, are you present? I see a Kareem Thrones, but that's not Anthony Thrones. Okay, who's representing the city?
Good afternoon, Amy Skiles, Skiles, on behalf of the city.
Okay, Mr. Anthony Thrones or anyone representing the interest of 2704-24 Diamond Street.
Yes, I
Okay.
represent the interest there for Mr. Thrones. That's my uncle.
Okay, sir, if you would turn on your video, please. Okay, sir, now, are you the owner of 2704-24 Diamond Street?
No, I'm not the owner. Anthony
Okay.
Thrones is the owner.
Are you an attorney?
No, he could not join. He was trying to get online, but he is of elder age and I am out of state, so I cannot help
Okay.
him.
Well, you can't represent his interests. He has to either represent his interests himself or hire an attorney to represent him.
Okay, well, the request today would have been for him to ask for a continuance. So you're saying I can't
Okay.
make that request for him?
No, you can't make that request. We'll hear from the city. Because you can't speak on his behalf, so we had to hear from the city. What is your pleasure, Ms. Skiles?
At this time, today is the second listing. If there I'm not sure what the request for the continuance is, but if Mr. Thrones isn't here, I would ask for the appeal to be dismissed for failure to prosecute. I also wouldn't object to a continuance.
Mr. Kareem Thrones, that's your name, sir?
Yes.
Okay, the record is indicating this is the second time this matter has been listed. We've continued at least once before. And so the board is, not in the habit of going beyond two unless there's a really good reason. And not showing up doesn't help.
Yeah, and because I can't
And he has
represent
the
him, I
option,
can't give
wait
you
a
the
minute, wait a
reason.
minute. He has the option of appearing personally in the room. He doesn't have to appear via Zoom.
I understand. He is recovering from a stroke, so that is the challenge. And that's why Zoom was a better alternative. Again, our dry run worked well. He tried to click on today. I don't know whether there was some confusion over the links or what have you, but he was not able to get on. So I've spent the last couple of hours trying to walk him through it while I listen to all the other cases, but.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
We don't want to cloud the record.
Mhm.
What we will do, given the circumstance that you've noted, that his illness, et cetera, this is the second listing. We were going to continue this matter, but indicate that it must be tried for the next listing. And so family will need to work with him to come up with a solution, either in person or have an attorney represent his interests if he can't do it himself. Also, sir, what state are you? You said you were out of state.
Yes, I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, so in fact, you could come bring him to court. Or family could bring him to the building.
With enough lead time, I mean, I'm a few hours away from the city, but yes, with enough lead time.
The notices gives you considerable time. It will give them considerable time to note when it's time to come to court. So you'll need to decide. It will be continued to allow him to come in or do it on Zoom, but it must be tried. So we won't do it beyond this third time coming up.
Okay.
Okay.
And
thank you very much.
If I may, this appeal does involve an unsafe property. So if we could, if at all possible, for it to be listed sooner rather than later.
Okay, I would ask the administrator to make every effort to list this as quickly as possible.
Could we ask for Mr. Kareem to email the office with his info? He can get the notice and we can also send one to.
Okay.
Okay, would that be okay?
Mr. Thrones, did you hear that request regarding your contact information?
Okay, I'm going to send you a chat right now with the office email. If you could provide all of your information to the office, that would be helpful.
All right, will do.
Okay, thank you. What's our next matter?
That actually concludes today's list. I would just ask for Mr. Kareem to stay on so I can send him a chat.
Okay, thank you very much. That concludes today's hearing for today, May 7th, 2026. Everyone should have a good evening. Goodbye. Yep.
All right, thank you.